Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Driftland for round 2 of the British Drift Championship 2021 and the Pro 2 qualifiers.
And what qualifiers it's going to be, Mike? We've got 45 drivers lined up and ready to go, and our championship leader Dan Tyler is back and he's hungrier than ever.
That is right, and we've got a few people that are standing out in practice this morning. Marcus Clare in the purple R32, absolutely hammering it around the track today.
What a lovely looking car as well, like it's actually a cool car.
And we've got Craig Mcleod, who is driving a very odd sounding car. It's got a 1UZ turbo in there and it sounds really weird, almost like a Jetsons car going around the track.
Yeah, and we've a lot of Irish drivers over this weekend, and some of them who haven't been there before are actually already making a name for themselves, like Darren McCanavan and Blaine Rafferty have really impressed us this morning.
So before we kick off with the first cars, let's take a quick look at the ideal line. So we are back at the original layout here at Driftland Lochgelly, and the judges want to see for the first clip a very fast and aggressive entry. Most points will be lost between clips 1, 2 and 3, so this is the fastest part of the track. Well, the high power cars are going to be powering through here, absolutely full pace until you get round to the top of the hill at clip 3. Then down to clip 4, this is the start of the only slowing area in the track. Another rear clip for clip 4 as they slow down into clip 5. Now clip 5 is a wide, and you're going to be judged on how long you can stay in that box, Mike.
Yeah, and exactly, and the judges said they want to see on a wide line through 6 and then a very fast snappy transition 7 and then powering out to the wall. And let's be honest, Mike, it's drifting. We want to see them on the wall.
That is it. That is 100%
That's the
sure.
only reason we're here.
What we want to see is people hitting the wall. What the judges want to see is them hitting all the clips, but we're excited in the action, Mike.
Yeah, really pumped for this now. Driftland's one of my favourite tracks in BDC, and yeah, just super excited to be here.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got today Danny Herald in a white E36 SR20. He won the foundation class.
Yeah,
coming here, so he should be. It should be absolutely flying today.
Josh Goodhall is another lad. He qualified through Drift League. He finished top 10, and not only that, he's done a lot of competitions recently up here, and he's looking strong as well.
Yeah, sure. Callum Turpey is actually driving Willie Hanna's car, borrowed car, which is very brave because Willie Hanna's going to be driving tomorrow.
Yeah, and Jack Mooney is back again after round 1, and he is just on the same line all weekend. It's like he's on train tracks.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Max Fleckney worked every single night between round 1 and round 2 to get that car back into shape, ready for the event today.
Yeah, and it looks very well. It does look
It's
a cool
nice
looking car. I really like that car.
Stu Adsley having some problems with his R32.4. He says the steering rack might make it through the end of the event, but we don't know. Yeah. And then obviously we've got the last 3 top qualifiers and finishers from last round: Stu Egdale, Danny Mcguire and Dan Tyler, all looking very good. Danny Mcguire having a few issues, but the rest of them looking good out there today.
Danny was playing with a lot of setups there yesterday, but yesterday evening he really looked like he had it dialed in, so I'm excited to see what happens to him today.
And we'll be ready for the action, starting with Kev K right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
We are Funk Motorsport, your heat management specialists. Based in the UK, we strive for perfection, developing thermal products trusted by professional race teams and drivers worldwide. Performance, protection, reliability.
As a professional drifter, my results depend on numbers. And making all this add up is one product, Lucas Octane Booster. It delivers 3 times the boost and promotes a clean fuel burn that keeps my tires smoking through every turn, which even off the racetrack can be difficult not to do. Depend on Lucas Octane Booster.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
Hello, and here we are with Kev K from Great Britain. He is a maintenance engineer, and he is sponsored by Cube Wraps, Driftland, Lee Smart Racing, and Zestino Tyres, driving an E36 with an E39 M5 engine in mind.
And you know what? He's going very well. Like, he's throwing that compact around like he doesn't care about it, and I'm sure he doesn't, if he's one of the local boys from around here.
Yeah, he's would definitely have some experience against those walls, so he's definitely not scared to throw it in as hard as possible. We get the cars lined up, and we get the go-ahead from the marshal. Is that?
I think we missed the wrong car there, Mike, did we?
Is this a different car?
No, I'm assuming this is Kev K, is it? Coming in. Well, look, we'll commentate anyways.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for.
yeah.
That's exactly what the judges want to see. Along the wall, big flick, out wide, 1, 2, 3, never left the line. Perfect. Into the D-cell zone. Slows it down, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, can he hold it wide
zone
all the way through that massive wide outside zone? It looks like he can. He's on an absolutely blinding line coming through here. Wow, what a great first qualifying
What a
run.
way to start off qualifying. Like, just that is brilliant. Well done to Kev K. So, as we see what the score is for his first run.
Judge is just making a little decision, just wondering where he actually went wrong there. They're probably taken aback. The first qualifying run.
They're in for a tough day today.
Yeah, they're absolutely in for a tough day with that. And Judge is just having a little bit of a discussion here. 91.67. Wow! First run of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and 91.67.
And normally you're nervous on your first run, so I don't know what's going on there. Well done to Kev K. And as we have Josh Duff leading the line.
Josh Duff absolutely putting the hammer down in that little BMW compact. Can he make it all the way up to the wide line? He does. A lower wheel over and just about missing, flipping a man off the track. Two wheels off and a straight. And judges are not going to be happy with that. Just putting a little bit too much commitment in through that first corner.
It's the nerves. Let's be honest. When your second car up, you're sitting there, you're anxious, you're nervous, and simple little mistakes happen. So I really hope that Josh can pull it together on the second run and get a decent score in.
Yeah, that's not going to score particularly highly, unfortunately, and it's a 0 for Josh Duff. Too many mistakes.
And next up we have Blaine Rafferty. So Blaine is all the way from Ireland, and he's really impressed us between yesterday and today. He's doing some good runs and he's confident in the car. That's what we love.
Little SR20 powered S13, sponsored by FF Radon, BR Plumbing and Heating, Mornstein Mosons, Firebird Heating Solutions, DH Autos and ED Tyres. Hear him screaming, wow!
Big
Already
on the wall. That's exactly what the judges want to see. Gets out of clip 2. Could be a little bit deeper there. Yeah, shy of 3.
Really shy at clip 3 there as he comes down, but making it deep in through 4 and through 5. Can he pull it back together? To the track, screaming that SR20. Not the snappy transition the judges want to see, and missing clip 7 there as he comes through, as he make it all the way to the wall. Looks like he makes it through the wall to clip 8 and across the line.
That's a good run to settle the nerves for the first one. You know, you need to get one under your belt and just get comfortable, and then we go from there a bit.
Yeah, I would like to say a safe run, but I'm going to go with a scrappy run.
I think
I'm going to go with a scrappy
He's
run.
not going to be happy with that because he was doing better runs this morning.
Yeah,
he knows
definitely.
It. Yeah,
100% sure. And that is reflected in the score, 68.33. Puts him in second position so far.
It's not bad.
not bad to start off with.
Next up we have Philip Kenna, another guy coming over in his M5 powered E36. You hear it scream, the V8 scream as he comes down. Having a few issues yesterday in practice, but the guys seemed to have it settled up and he was going well this morning. It's a nice entry.
It's a bit of a shallow entry, not too big a flick, and just missing clip 3 there as he comes down the hill into the braking zone, a straight and a re-initiation back into clip 5, all the way around the outside, and shallow again for clip 6. It's a little bit all over the place here, Mike.
Yeah, he's pushing out wide to the wall for the finish, but you know, he didn't do what the judges asked in briefing this morning. That's a snappy transition, and they want to follow that white line all the way out to the wall. So
yeah, that's right. So sponsored by Fast Forward, Screed Limited and AutoChem, 59 North Wheels, Smet Building Products, Rapids Design, Kilcock Radiators, HRX Racewear, the Tyre Box, Phytech ECUs, Bishop's Custom Exhausts and Custom Fab. And he goes in with a 56.67.
Loads of room to improve there now.
Yeah, loads of room to improve. So that first run looked like it was going to be absolute mark for the day, but the score's just dropping off a little bit now. Marcus Clare in this, I love R32 Skylines, absolutely fantastic, and he was really driving well in practice. So let's see what he can do in qualifying, and a very lovely line, maybe two wheels off there. Just a little bit too high on the bank. I don't know how well he's going to be judged down on that, but very deep into clip 5 as well. I think he stayed on the track there. Slightly shallow through 6, but nice into 7. Now can he get all the way back out to clip 8? He does. And a very nice, tidy run, apart from the wheel drop at the start there.
Yeah. There's a lot of room, but I'm sure he will have plenty to do for the next run, because we've seen him earlier this morning, Mike, and he was flying.
Yeah, so maybe just a little bit of nerves there going on. We're in Pro 2 at the minute, so maybe not quite as experienced as some of the pro drivers, and yeah, maybe letting that get to him a little bit, because he was absolutely flying this morning. Let's see what the judges have to say about that score.
Might be just having a little talk to see an 85.3, which is a very good run now for your first.
Not getting marked down too much for those two wheels off. Maybe that's a sort of area they wanted to see a little bit more aggression in, so not getting marked down too much. Next up we have Danny Herald in an SR20 powered E36. Won the BDC Foundation at Driftland.
So he's comfortable and used to this track, Mike. That's what we know here.
Yeah, and he looks like he's on a very wide line, but missing clip 3
again,
as he comes down in through clip 4. The cars don't seem to need to be slowing down too much
just
for
using
clip 4
the
and 5,
really.
which is what the judges want to see, but shallow on clip 7 as he comes through towards the wall through clip 8. So shallow on a few clips there. He's going to want to improve on that. Danny Herald, let's see what the judges thought of that run. Just having a little bit of a debate. 73.67 puts him in third position. It's a nice, safe score, but
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be more work to do in the
I think there's going to be more where that came from, definitely.
So next up we've got Darren Wilde.
Darren Wilde in his LS3 powered PS13, all on hand controls. Darren Wilde.
Drifting wasn't difficult enough. This is more difficult.
Exactly, yeah. So let's see what Darren Wilde can do in this car.
Nice entry, just a little bit shallow there now.
Yeah,
missing
very,
clip 3
very
again.
shallow. Very shallow through clip 3. The judges are not going to like that at all. That's a big scoring area and a straight and re-initiation. Missing quite a lot of clips here. Darren Wilde struggling to get to grips with the car as he comes round the final corner. There's a smoke down, but too much damage too late. And I think he even missed clip 8 there as he came around that last corner.
Lots of work for Darren to do in the second one now. We can see that already.
Yeah, Darren Wilde, sponsored by Jay's Garage. The judges come in with a 42-point run, so Darren Wilde's looking to do a lot better than that on his second run. Next up, Ross Argev in an E36 2JZ under the hood of this one, and he is going to try and use all of the power. But this guy's definitely not scared of putting the hammer down, is he? Lovely entry there. Big all the way wide around the end of the track. Can he get clip 3? Does. Nice and deep into clip 3. Now down into the braking area. This is looking like a fantastic run here, Mike. Very deep into clip 5 as well. On a really lovely line at the minute.
Just one wheel over the line there, but I don't think it was too much. And out to the wall. That's a very good run from Ross now. That's
a little bit shy off the wall on clip 8, but apart from that, yeah, really fantastic line there from Ross Argev. Sponsored by Everly Garage, Levels Racing, Cytec Racing, and Baytech and KD Customs. And an 87 puts him in second place. It's quite a high score.
He's a previous SEC champion as well, so we should be expecting big things over him here today.
Definitely, 100%. Next we're up for Josh Malone in his 1UZ powered IS200. Sponsored by himself, apparently.
Do you know what?
You've got to be sponsored by someone.
Someone has to do it. And Josh coming up, banging through the gears. Flicks on
wow,
the wall.
massive flick there and on entry. Can he hold it together? He doesn't. He has to straighten and reinitiate. And that's really hurt him through clip 3 as he comes through clip 4 on a really bad line through that first corner, unfortunately. But trying to pull it together now for the second half of the track. Nice and deep through clip 6 and clip 7. Can he make it all the way out to the wall for clip 8? Unfortunately, the judges said in briefing and to us earlier, most of the points would be lost through clips 1, 2 and 3, so I think that's really going to hurt his score.
They want that rear wheel hugging that outside line and then not leaving it until they pass through clip 3. So unfortunately for Josh, he left well before clip 3. So I'm sure that, from what they were telling us yesterday, Mike, I'm sure they're going to deduct him.
I quite enjoyed the flick entry, but it's not what the judges wanted to see. 58.33 puts him in 6th place so far, and a lot to do, I feel. 60 drivers we've got here today.
Drivers,
60 drivers, so
that's a lot of drivers.
They've got a lot to do to get going. Sam Simcox we have up now, sponsored by Clark Customs, Zestino Tyres and Slide Motorsport SR20 powered S13.
Lovely looking car, isn't it, Sam has? Oh,
another
big
flick.
Nice.
Can he make this one work? Two wheels off. No, it's not working out. The big flick, is it? Keeping him away from clip 3 now as he comes in to clip 4, clip 5, and another little stutter there as he came out of clip 5. Quite a lot of corrections. Very, very twitchy there as he comes around the final corner.
Yeah, the big flick, like, it's risk reward, and as we're seeing here now, it's not really working out for some people. Maybe you're better off playing it safe, get a score on the board, and then build from there in your second run. Yeah,
the judges want to see a really fast, smooth entry into that first corner, and
61.33. Not bad.
Not bad, all things considered. Considering that he was on the other side of the track for clip 3.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
So up now we have Zach Parker, 328 stroker in an E36. I don't know what that strokes to, but and a lovely entry though. Nice. That was nice. Can he hold it all the way to clip 3? He can't.
Oh, they're pulling away again. Same thing. Maybe we're cursing them by telling them to do big flicks.
We retract the big flick. Just go as fast as you can, guys. Making it up again through the second part of the track, but I fear the damage.
The damage might be done in clip 3,
but a lot of drivers are making the same mistake, so maybe we might see a few of these drivers getting in later in the day. Let's see what the judges thought of that run. Sponsored by GBH Motorsport, UCXT. 62.67 run puts him in 6th position.
Here's another man that was going to, well, should I say man? Ben Rodgers. He's under 18, he's young, but Ben is his first competition and he's really impressive. Between yesterday and this morning, he's putting down some serious lines and I'm actually excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, let's see if he keeps a nice smooth entry now. Will this make a difference and keep it all the way
on
out
that
to
white
clip 3?
line.
He does. Absolutely fantastic.
We jinxed him.
As he comes up.
He did the hard work.
All 4 wheels off the track, so unfortunately that will be a 0, I imagine, from the judges. He's just drifting through. This is a parade now, ladies and gentlemen.
Just
I'm afraid.
get some practice in before his next run, really. That's what he needs to do. Settle the nerves and come back out and do exactly what he did, just don't drop 4 wheels.
Yeah, and there we go, a 0 for Ben Rodgers, unfortunately. Needs to do a little bit better than that. Quite a lot better, but he got most of it right, and then just a little bit too much pace. It's a very fine line the drivers have got to tread here today, Mike.
Yeah, Jonathan Flynn is another man from Ireland who's over this weekend, and he was going very well, so we're expecting big things from him. Watch the flick now. He's doing this crazy flick all day. Lovely out wide. Just a little bit shallow again.
And is he shallow on 3? Shallow on 3 again.
The guys need to commit. They need to come in faster. We've seen that yesterday. That's what worked. And you know,
the big flicks don't really seem to be working for any of the drivers. Unfortunately, it's there. A lot of smoke coming out from the side of that car, but very shallow on all of the clips.
Big clutch kick gets him out to the wall, and yeah, I'd assume it's going to be a score on the board, but yet again he's going to be knocked down for coming away from clip 3.
Definitely 100%. Sponsored by Johnny Flynn Heating and Pumping, Tyre Box, Heating Engineer Supplies Limited, and WRC Controls. 51.67 from the judges, putting him in 10th position. And like you say, definitely needs to try a lot harder in his
I feel like
run.
I'm back in Ireland just doing this, because all these Irish guys are coming together in one go. So we got another one now. We got Gary Feely in his R32 Skyline.
Yeah, RB25 powered R32 Skyline. He says he's low on any power and donations will be greatly appreciated so we can see if he can make it work. He comes around the track, a very nice smooth initiation. Can you get all that? So still not making it out to 3. I don't know whether there's a big temperature change and a straighten again through into clip 6. Really struggling to make this work. That underpower that we were talking about just there, really not helping him.
Maybe some of the pro drivers might donate him a bit of power for the rest of the day, and he can give it back this evening.
Yeah, so a little bit of a struggle there for Gary Feely. Sponsored by Evergreen Fields, D1 Auto Bodies, Amigo International, XL NT Signs, LM Kelly, Sandblasting, Drive and Style. The judges are not going to like a couple of straight-ins there, and yeah, it's reflected.
56.3, yeah.
56.33 puts him in 10th position so far.
Here's one of my picks now for today.
Yeah?
Josh Goodall, yeah. Definitely, he really impressed me yesterday. He impressed me again today, and he's confident as well. You know, he's done a lot of time on this track, and it shows. Big flick on the wall now.
Yeah, a little bit shy, but can he make that work out to 2? He can. And clip 3 can. Yeah. Really nice through clip 3. Just running that wide line a little bit shallow off clip 4 though, unfortunately. A little bit of a mistake there. It was looking so good up until that point. On the C line, I would say, through clips 6 and clip 7. So there's 3 lines painted on the floor there. The A, B and the C line. The A line the judges want to see, and that is the closest to the outside of the track. And then the B and the C line following both of those. And the judges are looking to see how far you get into those based their score on that.
So as we wait for Josh's score to come in.
Yeah, we've got Firefly Speed Shop, Mac and Biggs Workshop, The Sweet Spot, Rymax Lubricants, BZ Media, SK Visuals and K98 Media as sponsors for Josh Goodall. Judges just deciding where those points were lost throughout that track, because
it was that little wobble coming into the outer zone 5 down the bottom of the hill.
I think it was. I think that's going to hurt. But will it hurt him very much?
I don't think it was that big of a wobble. But see, we're not judges, so we're just assuming here.
A 72-point run, so not hurting him that much. I think that's quite a good first score for Josh Goodall.
With still room to improve in the second one. Here we go again. There's another Irish guy. We've got Andrew Malloy in another 353.
It's a good job we got you here today,
I tell
Mike.
you, this is why you guys brought me over, as all these Irish drivers.
Andrew Malloy, VQ35 powered 350Z. That's a standard engine in there.
It's a standard 350, yeah.
Let's see if he can make it work. And quite an aggressive entry. Can he make it? Hold
Gets
out to
the clip
three.
two.
It does go very shallow on clip
again.
3 and on the blue and red line and very much in the middle of the track. This is nowhere near what the judges wanted to see. One of the judges earlier said to me, if you've got any wheels on the blue and red, you are not doing very well in qualifying today. They definitely don't want to see that, and unfortunately I think we're about to see one of those low scores. Sponsored by Plight Fatteners, NI, and open to any other sponsors.
Just give Andrew a shout. I like that, he's plugging himself, it's a good idea.
He says his granny is sick and giving him fivers to run his car. Okay.
40.33 for Andrew's first score. Yeah, loads of room to improve. He needs to get deeper in the clips and get a wider line.
Definitely, 100%. Up next we have Andy Arnold, boss man of Learn to Drift. Can we see if he can teach a few people
a thing or two
here today? And let's have a look. And a big handbrake drag, and unfortunately seems to shut it down after initiation, but missing all of the clips so far. Just gets down into clip 4. And you make it round.
The second half of the run he's pulled it together and got back on, but it just seems the car stepped out on initiation from him a little bit early, and that's what brought him into the centre.
Now he's just driving around the second half of the track, so maybe some issues with that car. I know it hasn't been driven for a long time, so maybe a few little teething problems with that.
Yeah, it's there for Andy,
yeah.
Unfortunately, he's it all to do in his second run.
Didn't complete that run by just driving around, and you can't score drifting if you're not actually drifting.
You have to drive sideways.
You have to be going sideways to get a score in drifting. So this is Jack Cobin, another young lad. This is his first ever competition in his E30
touring,
E30 touring. I thought it was the 36 for a second there, but that looks nice. Very nice. Oh, very bouncy. Characteristic of an E30 estate. But it seems to be going quite well. I think he was a little bit shallow on 3 there, but still making it work down into 4, 5, and 6. Really deep now. This is a good looking run from Jack Coburn.
Takes it out to the wall. Yeah, very good. It's a good solid base for your first run. That's exactly what you want to do.
I think he's definitely going to be happy with that, considering he's 15 years old.
Yeah, exactly. If I was 15 and doing runs like that,
I would be extremely happy. So he's self-sponsored J. Coburn Kitchens and Bathrooms and J. Coburn Electrical Services. I assume they're family businesses?
Yep. And I'm assuming they're not his because he's 15 years old.
I mean, I would be very impressed if he has 2 businesses and driving today. And an 83.33. A lovely run. He's going to be very happy with that.
Definitely. And it gives him the confidence for his second one now. He can go out and he can push that little bit harder and maybe put on more of a show for us.
Sure. Now, this is going to be a show. I know it always is. Eric Ladnak, he is a absolute lunatic behind the wheel of this car. It's do or die here with
no mechanical sympathy either.
Absolutely none. And
whoa, what an entry!
Fantastic run, but a little bit too wide on 2, just shallow on 3. But look at the smoke coming off the back of that 1JZ powered Toyota Sora.
There's a snappy transition out wide to the line, not bad at all. It's very easy to put a Sora out to the wall because it's so long, really. It's like a stretch limo going around the track, you know?
It's a coupe, but it's the size of a limo. How did Toyota even make that happen? I don't know, but they did.
And it works.
And it obviously works. Eric peddling that very well today. I'm just missing a couple little clips there, but pretty good. His main sponsor is AR Car Services, but he's also assisted by M&M Engineering, and thanks to Christy Carpenter for his Westlake tyres.
Nice. And 75, not bad.
75 points, puts him into 5th position. A solid run from Eric. I was thinking some more lunacy from him, but I mean, it was
maybe he's playing it safe. He's going to go mad.
It was fairly lunatic, but not too bad. Next up, we have Arunas Namontis in a M3 turbo powered E46.
800 brake horsepower. Watch the smoke this car produces. It's just crazy as he hugs the white line.
If he doesn't make it to 3, I'm going to be disappointed. He does. He has the power to get all the way out there. Wow, look at the smoke as he comes down the hill. Tries to keep that car under control. Bouncing the limiter with his foot on the clutch and bringing it back up again. A nice transition. Not too snappy. Nice and smooth. Judges wanted to see a little bit snappier, but wow, what a blinding run and loads of impact there.
That's exactly what you want for your first run.
This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see.
Plenty of noise, plenty of banging from the wastegates, things like that.
So here's sponsored by Renegade Performance Fuels and Lubricants, CarPro Plus, Aaron Auto Electrics, Raven Global Auto Parts, 18 Body Repair, and his biggest sponsor is himself.
Same as us all, really.
Very proud of that. I think that's the same for all drivers.
Yeah, we're all our biggest sponsors.
The judge is just making a few decisions on that. Can that impact overrun a couple of tiny little errors then? An 88-point run.
Bad.
Wow. A really good score there from Arunas, and he's going to be very happy with that run. Puts him into second position so far. Next up on the line we have Jamie Lundy, M3 powered E46 compact.
You see Jamie leave the line there now. He was looking good in practice now. It's a fast car and it seems to be a very grippy car as well, so hopefully he can pull it together for a run.
A nice smooth entry there. Hopefully that means he can get to 3, and it does. A really lovely line here for Jamie Lundy. The judges said it didn't mind a slight wheel off there after clip 3, as long as they can get into clip 4 and clip 5, but it was a little bit deep just after clip 5 down at the bottom.
Yeah,
very
really
nice and wide line.
You can hear it how much he's pedaling that M3. Like,
yeah.
He has to, but he kept it on the perfect line, and that's exactly what the judges asked. So I'd be expecting some bit of a good score here.
So am I. Here's sponsored by Carlton MOT Centre and Dunlop's Auto Shop. Yeah, the stock M3 79.67 puts him into 6th position. That's a very solid first score. That E46 M3 engine into a compact seems to be quite a good little, just a nice little working setup. Next up we have Ventislav Georgiev in an M62 B44 powered.
Wobbled there.
Very big
I don't think he wanted the car to initiate, but the car was like, nope, we're going this way, and that's it.
So is this Arunas Vaskelis' old car?
I think it is.
I think it is Arunas Vaskelis, and we've seen it's having a real big trouble with it today. We saw some quite good runs from him earlier on in practice, where definitely some with some big impacts.
Just getting it all wrong here now. But yet again, it could be just down to nerves, things like that. You're sitting down on that line, you're waiting for it, and it's in your head, it's playing.
Yeah, maybe just dialed it back a little bit for qualifying, but maybe a little bit too much. Sponsored by Rotec Engineering, Eversham Self-Drive Car Fix Solutions Limited. And let's see what the judges have to say. Oh, it's a M62 B44 S400 turbo, and it's got nitrous. So he shouldn't be lacking on power. How he bogged down with all of that, I have no idea.
34.67, yeah, lots of work to do if he wants to get into the battles later on this evening.
So not so good for him. Maybe a few car problems, but we will see. Mike, can you pronounce this one?
It's Paulius Kerneskis, I think. It's definitely Paulius. We'll go with Paulius.
Let's go with Paulius.
Yeah. Paulius
driving an E46. We have no idea what's powering it because he didn't tell us.
He didn't give us any information, so we're just going to assume.
And I can't tell from my little box here. Unfortunately, not making it to clip 3 as well, but lots of smoke coming from that car. It's definitely got some power from somewhere, but really shallow line here. That's a very poor line, and the judges are not going to be happy with that at all. Completely missing clip 6, making it to clip 7 and clip 8. Oh, just about to clip 8 as well. I don't think he actually got in there. So
yeah, if you want a good score here today, you're going to have to tick all the boxes, and you can't just skip clips like that. So
that is true. Sponsored by Justin's Autos, LT Print, AA Media, G&G Services. I don't think this is going to be a particularly fantastic score, but we'll see what the judges have to say. And a 56.67, not really good enough to get him into the top 32, I don't think, but we shall see as we move on now. We have Colt Harvey.
What a cool looking car.
It does. You said you were walking through the pits earlier and told me it looked like a monster can on wheels.
It really does. Like, I'm just loving the look of this car. It's got all the style, and it's going well as today.
And that's a very nice stylish flick, and on a really solid line. A little bit of a reinitiation there, but still on a nice line as he comes down through clips 4. Say on the B line through clip.
B line, yeah. He's filling that outer zone down to 5, and a snappy transition. He didn't even come off power there. That's exactly what the judges want to see. So
yeah, I think this is a very nice, safe line by Colt Harvey. I would read out all his sponsors, but honestly, the page is so long, I don't think
it's like a Wikipedia page. That is
literally like an A4 page of sponsors. So XDR Racing is his team sponsor. And it will say thanks to Phil Randall at Endless Welding, and Martin Jenner helps here and there with fabrication.
So 74.33, which puts him in 8th position. Not bad for your first run now. There's room to improve. Obviously.
I mean, I think he was going for a safe run there. I think he knew he could have gone a bit deeper, but he was playing it safe, and I think that is the correct thing to do in Pro 2 for his first run. Next up, we have Callum at Turple. Was he meant to be driving a different car?
He was practicing in a different car earlier on.
Yeah,
we were expecting Willie Hanna's car here.
We were, wow. And maybe he should have stuck to Willie Hanna's car, because that has not gone well for him. He drives straight off track.
Yeah, so unfortunately that's going to be a 0 for Callum. I'm wondering why he was practicing in another car and then jumped back in his own car. That has kind of confused me a bit.
Yeah, it's not worked for him at all.
No.
A 0 there. Sponsored by CMT Contractors, Katie Customs, 59 North, and Max Speeding. Just going to go take a look at the car and see why it did that and why it hasn't worked.
Just go talk to the car and just.
Excuse me, why didn't you work?
What's going through your head today?
If you could work next time, that'd be real swell. So next up we have Josh Payne. Josh Payne, we've seen a lot of good things from Josh Payne in the past. M62, B44 supercharged E36.
It's a cool car, and it's a cool name of the driver as well, like Josh Payne. He sounds like an action hero, doesn't he? Yeah.
We've got a few people that sound like action heroes here this weekend. We'll get to a few of them, and away they go. Track Marshal gives him the go. As he leaves the line, fairly sedate as he comes through the cone, but now he puts the hammer down. As he comes to the line, wow, he's absolutely flying, and a nice smooth entry, just what the judges want to see for qualifying. Can he make it all the way up to clip 3 on the C line for clip 3? But he did make it, just a tiny little. Oh, I thought it was going to go a lot deeper. He shuts the car down.
I think he just got caught in the curb there. There's a bit of a drop off, and I think that's what pulled the car straight in. Like,
sounded like he shut down though. Sounded like he. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe he just caught the curb, and it threw him off a little bit. But that unfortunately is going to really hurt his run. I don't know whether that's going to be too much frustrating for a score.
It was very painful to watch, Mike, wasn't it?
It was upsetting. Hold fast, USA, Rimax Lubricants. Keep pushing, Fellows Building. Keep pushing, Fellows Building, JD Garage, Street Tire UK, Accelera, Blackbird Media, and CTM.
Yeah, so unfortunately, a 0 for him.
Yeah, so the
judges weren't happy with that.
That was far too much frustrating there, and that's not drifting. You can't score not drifting, I'm afraid. Next up, we have the Maps Motorsport Touring of Mark Chapman. Mark Chapman has done some interesting manoeuvres here at Driftland. I remember from last year. Let's see if we can hold it all together. So there's E30 Tourings. They're always really bouncy. And notice the back end of the cars are really bouncing.
It's like the leaf suspension or something. Just chained it down.
Yeah, Mark Chapman. Mark Chapman struggling a little bit there with the strain and the reinitiation, and not on a particularly fantastic line.
No, I'd say Mark's going to have a lot of work to do in his second run.
Yeah, quite twitchy, unfortunately, from Mark Chapman. He is sponsored by Evolution branded workwear, TTV Racing, and Mapped Motorsport.
So the judges must be looking for a replay.
I just want to see.
Yeah, he got clip 3, but then
how many wheels? They're looking for how many wheels. There's 2. There's 2 there. They did say earlier that they didn't mind a little bit of a wheel drop there as you get down into clip 4, but as long as it doesn't really affect your line and it's smooth. But that, unfortunately, I think did affect his line quite a lot. So judges are, after looking at that replay, making a decision. Just to see how many points they're going to lock up. It's 68.67, so not too much. Yeah. They did say they didn't mind a wheel drop there, so I mean it's not a fantastic score, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Next up, Dave Mattel, 1JZ powered E36. He's putting the hammer down here. Really hear him banging through the gears. A nice big flick, but a wheel off. And can he make it out to clip 3? He does somehow still manage to make it out to clip 3. That's some impressive driving after that first little mistake there.
Oh, it's lovely now. He's filling the outsider zone. It's exactly what the judges want to see all the way from start to finish. Snappy transition back and out wide he goes. Could be a little bit deeper there coming off clip 7, but Yeah, overall, it's a good first run.
I think that's a nice, solid first run
Yeah.
from David Mattel. Just a couple of little tiny mistakes there, but nothing really too much to worry about. And he is sponsored by NWMF Powder Coaters and Auto Service Buckley. Judge is just making a little decision. That's it. If it did 72.33, puts him in 10th position. A solid first run. Probably going to need to improve. I imagine he's going to need to improve on that for the second run, but it's a solid score, 72.33.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Sam Nolan, another Irish driver who's over. Sam in his freshly built S15. What a car! It's actually very, very nice.
Yeah, it looks very nice, especially just before practice.
He has drove it on today.
I've noticed it's missing a few parts now, so not quite as shiny as it was, but still.
They're not show cars though, Mike. They're drift cars. Let's be honest.
That is true. So it's his first time in BDC, and it's a new car to him this year. So I don't know whether he built it from scratch or he bought it off of someone. Do you know?
I think it was bought and then finished off.
Okay.
I could be wrong, and he's probably going to correct me after this.
Yeah,
but
I built that from scratch.
I built that from the ground up with my bare hands.
So he's sponsored by Nolan Transport and Modern Tyres. And away he goes off the line. 2JZ in this S15. That's a lovely combination. S-body with a 2J in it. One of my personal favourites.
Yeah, definitely. Big flick and he gets out wide, but he's pulling away early.
Yeah, just a little bit of a falter there, like as he came over the top of the hill, maybe just a little bit of a loss in confidence. He didn't keep the power down and just missed clip 3, but massive smoke show as you would expect from that 2JZ. He's spinning those back wheels as he comes for across a load of smoke.
He definitely pulled it together in the second half of the run, but unfortunately, the judges said to us yesterday, 1, 2 and 3 is the most important part of the track.
1, 2 and 3.
That's where you need to get it from the start. As we await Sam's score.
Just having a little ponder there. Quite a lot of impact just in that classic Jay-Z limiter as he comes back across the wall.
Love it.
You just hold them on the limiter all day long, and I'd say they never go wrong, but sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do. Yeah.
I know that from experience.
We
81 points. We won't go to that. 81 points puts him into 6th position so far. A very solid score from Sam Nolan. Next up, we have the E36 of Archie Hama.
Yeah, Archie's driving very well now. Another young driver we have here this weekend, and big things are expected of him today.
Archie Hama is the youngest driver to ever gain a BDC license, and he is on a fantastic line, showing him just why he should have a BDC license.
Exactly.
And this is absolutely perfect from Archie so far. Just a little wheel drop down just before clip 5, but I don't think that's going to hurt him too much. In through clip 6 and clip 7, he is bang on the money at the minute, Mike.
Yeah, he literally didn't take his back wheel off that white line the whole way around, and that is exactly what we want to see. So well done to Archie.
Yeah, very good.
A high scoring run.
A lovely line. Possibly could have been a bit quicker, but I think I'm really nitpicking now that because that was a fantastic run from young Archie Hama. Just 14 years old.
Wow. When I was 14, I was just riding a bike.
Yeah. Didn't even know what cars were.
No.
CG Motorsport, Auto Finesse, Proformance, CD Tuning, Silkmead Paint, WP Recovery, and EMS Performance are Archie's sponsors. Judges just haven't pondered, just saying, where were the mistakes? Did we see any? Did we see any mistakes?
Maybe speed was a small
The
bit.
score to beat is a 91.67. Can young Archie Hama beat it? Well, the judges keep us on tender hooks now. Come on, judges, we want to see. Can he beat the score? Can he beat the score?
I think they're delivering.
91.33. Oh,
so close.
So
close. Archie has a little bit of work to do.
A little bit of work to do, but I don't think he's going to be after that first.
No.
That first run, I don't think he's going to be afraid. Right, next up we have Richie Gilbert in a 1JZ powered SIL 80.
Yeah.
We saw him in practice, just struggling a little bit in practice this morning. Can he pull it together for qualifying? A little bit of a weird start there, a clutch kick to start. Maybe he's got in the wrong gear, maybe. But exactly what the judges want to see from the entry. A little bit of a straight now. Can he make it to clip 3? He doesn't make it out to clip 3, unfortunately. A little bit shy. And making it up now as he comes through clip 4 and clip 5 deep all the way in through 6 as well. So he's really making it up on the second half of the track, and loads of smoke coming off the back of the car. This is what we want to see. All of the smoke and very close to the wall. No one's tapped the wall yet.
No,
Not a single person's tapped the wall.
I think they're all saving for their second ones. plan.
Let's hope so. Title sponsor is Auto Extreme. Also sponsored by NGK Spark Plugs UK, 6 Boost EU, Drift UK, Raynham, Zestino Tyres UK, CG Motorsport, Unit Works, R2 Automotive, Rymax Lubricants UK, and CT Fabrications. And he comes in with a score of 84.67, puts him in 6th place so far.
Yeah,
nice,
I'd say Richie's
safe
going
run.
to be happy with that.
I say he would. After practice, that's better than his practice runs that I saw anyway today.
Definitely for his first run he pulled it out of the bag, so well done, Richie.
So up now we have an S54 powered E46 M3 powered, pedalled by Matt Smith. And let's see what he can do. So puts it in a gentle entry and not quite wide, but I think he might. No, doesn't even make it out to clip 3. Very shallow line there from Matt Smith, and maybe just a little bit too much grip. I don't know whether it's got a bit warmer out there since we were out there, because the cars just seem to have so much grip.
We see
Making up for the second part of the track and quite close to the wall. You see him bounce off that limiter. But will it be enough to get him a decent score? Sponsors of Volkscraft Exeter Limited, VW Group and Alignment Specialist, Hell Performance Travel Executive, which are an airport and transfers chauffeuring.
And a 71.33 from Matt, so 15th position, not bad, but loads of room to improve.
Yeah, not too bad. I think the scores are going to start to creep up from here now as people are used to the track conditions. I think it must have gripped up a little bit, because I saw a lot more drivers get into clip 3 in practice.
Yeah. So next up we have, yet again, another Irish driver, Nicky Davey. Nicky Davey's over in his SR-powered S14. Big flick coming. Nice. On the wall, out wide. It's coming away. Yeah, it's like a pattern, Mike. If they come away from clip 2, they're missing 3 completely. Like, we're seeing the same thing.
And I think he just rubbed that red and blue line in the middle, which is judges really said that's really going to hurt your score. So
yeah, I don't know, this big flick theory, okay, it impressed the commentators, but it doesn't seem to be impressing the judges.
I saw a few big flicks in practice that made it all the way out, but they don't seem to be able to pull it off in qualification. Upsettingly, maybe their nerves getting to people a little bit. Nick Davies, sponsored by RMA Automotive, Carrick Entertainment, Carrick Karting, and Carrick Airsoft. Very Carrick.
Very Carrick. Carrick's the town he's from.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense.
That makes sense, yeah. Just so you know, Mike, we'll bring it in.
Thanks for that. 53 on the board puts him in 24th position. A lot to do for Nick Davey for his second run. Up next, we have David Jackson, SR20 powered PS13.
What a cool looking PS13, like it's like a street car really, isn't it? But
yeah,
he's not afraid to throw it down, as we see there. Big angle on the wall, out wide, holds it on the white line, gets the clip 3, exactly what the judges want to see.
That is what we want to see. The judges are really going to like this. Look at the smoke coming off.
Oh no! God damn it. Is it us, Mike? Are we jinxing them here? Like,
I don't know.
Maybe we shouldn't say that.
I got my head in my hands. I wasn't looking so. Oh, what are you doing?
Don't spin there.
Don't. Just drive round.
Unfortunately, David just got it all wrong. Great start. I think he was so happy he got 1, 2, and 3. He forgot about the rest of the track. You know. But yeah, all the work to do in the second run, unfortunately.
Yeah, JD Motorsports car. Both of the JD Motorsports car here this weekend look absolutely fantastic. Their pits are amazing. As expected, a 0 for David Jackson.
Spinning ain't winning.
Spinning is not winning. 0.
He was on for a 90s, Mike.
He was
on for a 90s. See, Brad, I knew what exactly we were talking about. But then, unfortunately, he didn't make it all the way around.
Maybe he could do it. Right, so
next
here we go. You can pronounce it.
Go on, no, you pronounce it. So this is Diarmuid Canavan.
Diarmuid Canavan.
There we go, yeah, close enough. Diarmuid's another Irish driver, and he has no mechanical sympathy for this SR whatsoever. Like, on the limiter, still kicking the clutch. Exactly what you want to see.
So we're going to see some excitement from
hopefully now. And if I jinxed him, I'm sorry, because I've ruined this for everyone. So as we get ready to send Diarmuid
is there a little problem? I see a marshal down by the front of his car. Is it just a little bit of...
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's a marshal there. Hello.
Is he having a look at the car, or is he having a look at something else? I'm not quite sure what's going on. Do we have a cameraman down there so we can see? No?
Nope. Turns out we don't.
Nope.
It's okay. So we're just looking at this.
Fine.
Oh, the door's closed, so he's going somewhere.
There we go. We're going. Off we go.
So Diarmuid leaves the line. Listen to the noise of this car now.
Well, that is some revving SR20. A nice smooth entry, just what the judges want to see.
Not bad. A little bit shy off the line, but he got 1, 2 and nearly got 3, so it's not too bad for Dermot for his first run.
Can he hold it together through 5? Very shallow on clip 5. And clip 6 just nipping that C line. It comes through clip 7, but not making it out to that wide line. The judges want to see in a clutch kick. That all the SR20s have a nice big clutch kick around the last corner.
It's just for sound, really.
It's just for sound. They don't need to do it. It's an SR20. I must kick it.
Kick the life out of it.
Oh, I remember those days.
As we wait Dermot's first score.
Sponsored by DC Tuning. Only one sponsor. Sure he's sponsored by himself as well.
Yeah. Well, he is DC Tuning as well.
Okay.
It's Dermot Canavan.
Yeah, that would make sense. That makes sense. Thank you.
No problem. 58 for Dermot's first run, which will put him in 21st position.
It's a good job you're here, Mike.
Yeah.
Good job you're here.
Keep on your toes.
Yeah. Next up, Max Fleckney. What a wonderful look.
My favourite car on the grid. Look at this.
Lovely.
And 450 brake horsepower as well, so there's plenty of going, eh?
Yeah, and he's taking. Look at the line that he's on as well. Can he make it all the way out? No. Why? Shallow on 3 as he comes down the hill in through 3 and 5.
Yeah, he's done the rest of the track perfect, Mike. It's just
going to be
that goddamn clip 3.
Yeah.
Out wide again, brings it out to the wall, and yeah. It depends on how much. I'm assuming it's going to be another mid-60s run again. That seems to be what the judges are doing when they're missing clip 3.
Yeah. It's got an A86 body kit on that, which weirdly works.
It works very well. And that was the first thing I said to him. When I seen a picture, I went, seen it in person, I went, yep, that's the job.
Max Fleckney in with a 66.33 run there. Puts him in 18th position. Got a little bit of work to do, I think, for his second run. Next up we have Christian Rice in a black 350Z. It's a VQ. So this is the standard engine, but with a couple of turbos.
A couple of turbos, yeah. It's just, one wasn't enough, so we'll add more. And a big flick along the wall for Christian. Small bit shallow and a straight in there to clip 2. Same again, just missing clip 3, and I'm sure the judges will be penalising heavy for that.
I think he needs to wind the boost up on those 2 turbos.
Yeah. Or maybe add a third.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just stick another one on there.
It's a 350 with 3 turbos.
Keep chucking turbos at it until it makes it to clip 3. Let's do that. So yeah, a little bit shallow on a couple of clips there, but nice and smoky over the line.
It'll be a score on the board, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of work to do on the second run.
Yeah, Christian Rice, sponsored by Firefly Speed Shop and G3 Pro. See what the judges have to say about that run. I mean, that was fairly consistent with how he was in practice as well. So, I mean, I'd hope he'd push it a little bit harder. Let's see if he pushes it a bit harder.
You have to. You've only got 2 runs to impress, so you need to do it.
59.67 puts him in 21st position, so he definitely is going to have to try a little bit harder than that.
Another E46 compact.
Yeah,
we do.
Miles more.
Nice.
Is it more? Is it more?
More.
More.
I don't know. We're saying it, so people are just going to think what we say is right. So,
sure.
As we see Miles come down. Flick again along the wall, nice. He gets the compact out wide, a little bit of a wheel drop, but
out to 3.
Still gets to 3 and holds it.
He's really hanging on to that. It's like he's got his foot welded to the floor and he's just going, come on!
He just put the throttle on the light switch and he just turns it on. That's it. Just go.
But yeah,
very good run from Miles now.
A nice run from Miles.
1 or 2 little wheel drops, but it was not big and major, so I don't think he'd be.
I don't think he'd be deducted too much for that. And that's another S54 powered E46 compact. Like I said, it's just it's a combination that just seems to work, and especially work here at Driftland. Let's see what the judges see if the judges are in agreement. He's sponsored by M&M Car Sales and Chassis Alignment, Matthew Morrissey Paintless Dent Removal, Number 8 Clothing, Brayhead Taxis, Foz Sports Body Shop, Full Sports Alloys, Burgoyne and Sons, Carruthers Welding Services.
It's another
Road Rage Graphics. It'd be nice if there was some separation between two. 92.5 puts him in first place position.
And the compact tops.
Wow,
that
compact. I didn't think he was going to top that then, but wow, the judges obviously very impressed by his line. Very, very impressed. That was a surprise there. So we have Petros Theodoros up now in a V8 powered E30 turbo.
Another crazy E30 with loads of power, loads of noise and loads of smoke. Exactly what you want to see.
Is he on and off? Oh, look at the front wheels! Oh, keep it out of the bank, keep it out of the
Wow, well he did well. He did well there now not to damage the car.
I've seen so many cars roll doing exactly that. How he gets that was brilliant. Just don't touch the brakes, just steer and don't touch the brakes.
You sound like you're talking from experience there. Like, what happened to you?
No, not on that wall. not on that bank.
Another bank.
Not on that bank. Where he's passing just now, that bank.
Yeah, that's your bank.
I've had a problem there before.
Yeah, unfortunately getting it all wrong there coming up to clip 3. It's like he just went on the front brakes to try and bring the car back out, and it just locked completely on him.
I don't know whether he left foot braked and pushed him out, but that's a 0 score there, unfortunately, from Petrus. Up next we have the very odd sounding car of Craig Mcleod. I don't know whether the cameras will pick up on this, but it's got a really weird flutter from the wastegate that makes it sound like the Jetsons car.
It's very futuristic, that's what it would be. And a big flick from Craig. Craig is no stranger to this track, as we all know. And
making it out through 2 and 3. This is a nice line. A lot nicer than he was driving in practice. A lot deeper than he was driving in practice. Obviously, he's put his big boy pants on and decided, right, I am going to make an impact now. And this is looking like a really nice line from Craig Mcleod.
Doing exactly what the judges asked him.
Yeah, that was. I think that's going to be a very high score.
Well done, Craig. Good run. I like the picture as well.
I love the picture. It's got a weird. He said to me, "I'm a weird guy, and I've got a weird sounding car. Everything is weird, but I love it." He is sponsored by Craig Does Drift, EK Blast and Powder Coating, MG Autotech, Dynatune, and SMT Motorsport. And 80 points. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher than that.
10th place isn't bad after your first run. Now. Yeah, it's a good score to have on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, a nice safe run. I think he'll definitely be in the top 32. I don't. Well, I say that. I have no idea.
Oh, you've no idea. Don't be saying that.
He might not be. Right, Stuart Adsley driving his R32.4, R32 with an R34 taped to the front of it.
It's a big line.
This is a really good line. You see that front wheel wobbling. He was telling me earlier yesterday that he was hoping that his steering rack held itself together. He said it's going to break this weekend, but he's definitely making it work up until it does.
The guys were changing the steering rack late last night, I think, so it looks like
did they manage to get another one in there?
I hope so. The car's steering, Mike. So.
The car is steering, a very wobbly wheel, but a fantastic run. Really good run from Louis Stew. He is a local boy as well, so I imagine he has lots of fans here today. He is sponsored by KD Customs, DG Automotive, Rude Fab, GT Auto, 59 North Wheels, UK Blast Cleaning Solutions, and 93.5! Wow, first place for Stuart Adsley.
That's some
Ladies and gentlemen, there are going to be some happy people in the crowd, I know. And up now we have Fiona Rush. It's an Irish lad.
Another Irish lad. Another Irish young lad.
You should know all about this.
Yeah, I think. I know Fion's new to competition, but he's making a name for himself in the British Drift Championship.
So this is a driver for the Shanahans, managed by the Shanahans, taught by the Shanahans.
The Shanahans protege.
Yeah, a wee little protege. Now, can we see some characteristic Shanahan first place qualifying? It's a little bit shallow in a couple of places.
He's putting the score on the board, though. He's doing what the judges asked. Okay, he could be deeper in certain places, and he did have a little wobble there between 2 and 3. But all in all, it wasn't a bad first run.
I think he's definitely going to get a score on the board for that, and a fairly decent score, even if he wasn't quite as deep as he could be. A safe one. A safe score. Sponsored by FR Services. And that's going to be another family business.
I'd assume so, yeah, because he's very young. And a 70.67 puts him in 19th position after his first run, so not bad. It's a score on the board, but work to do for the second one.
Up next we have Chrissy Nalin.
This is just a beautiful looking car.
It does look absolutely fantastic. I like the colour scheme as well. You say like baby blue and yellow, you think that's not going to work, but it really does work.
Big flick on the wall,
not making it, and a handbrake drag to get out to clip 3. Does make it through clip 3, but I think that correction to get out there and another straighten and reinitiation into clip 5. Is he going to run deep here? He doesn't. He manages to keep it on the track. And now through clip 7, running a little bit wide now. Yeah, a little bit wider than the judges want to see, but
it looks very grippy. It's like every time he let off there, try to straighten on him. Like he's really fighting to keep that car sideways. So.
Yeah, so over the line, absolutely on the limiter as he came around there to try and keep the car sideways.
As we await the judges' score.
Yeah, sponsored by NHP Motorsports. 45.33.
Yeah.
Not a fantastic score there for Chrissy Nalin.
33rd position and lots of work to do.
Yeah, serious amount of work to do. That's the few straighteners and reinitiations that we saw. Up now, Ryan Hughes, SR23 powered S14.
Going well in practice. We were talking there this morning. He was happy enough. He was comfortable. So yeah, hopefully he just shakes off the nerves. Bit shallow at 3 there yet again. I'm after jinxing him. But
10 shallow at 3.
It's just 3.
This car has loads of power. DY Engine's engine in it. It really seriously can put it down when he wants to. So it's quite a few clutch kicks there. Maybe he's just in too high a gear. I don't know.
Yeah, just trying to carry that bit more speed to be a bit faster.
Definitely. It's sponsored by DY Engine Services. And he thinks that Dave, him and Martin Batty have made the fastest SR20 in the UK at the minute. Well,
that's a
I mean,
statement.
it didn't look like it,
That's
to
a
be
statement
honest
now.
with you.
I bet she's raging he wrote that right now.
70 points on the board puts him in 20th position for Ryan Hughes.
So we see another 350Z.
No 2J today. VQ 530 D turbo powered 350Z pedalled by Jolie McDonald. Now she did one of my favourite battles in Teesside, so can she make a good impact today?
On the wall, on the white line.
Yeah, a few corrections, but making it around the track and hitting all the clipping points, just not quite as smooth as the judges want to see. Pedals down, maybe looks difficult to drive this car, Mike, doesn't it?
It does. It seems like a handful. Now Jolie's doing a very good job. As you can see, she's going to bring it out to the wall there. She was doing some good runs in practice this morning, but yeah, hopefully now she can pull a good run out of that.
Very nice, and wanted to see what the judges thought of that run. I mean, all the clips were absolutely fine. I think it was just
a bit of a wobble there.
Just a bit wobbly in between the clips. Sponsored by Firefly, Speed Shock, G3 Pro, and Ill Motion Driftworks.
We await the judges' score for Jolene's first run. I do love 350s, Mike, you know that?
You love 350s?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a fan.
I'm not. We just are not as close friends now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I don't like 180s. Anyways, that's a 76.67 for Jolene, which puts her in the 13th position. Not bad, but as you say,
I'd say a fairly solid score, and I think actually if she can smooth it all out, then I think that'll be a very, very high score. Up now we have Josh Moore, M50 turbo powered E36 compact. Not a compact coupe, not even a coupe, it's a 4-door.
Nice.
I got it completely wrong.
Wow, what do we
but
got?
He's on, regardless, he's on a fairly good line, nearly getting out to into clip 3.
He was just a little bit shy, but he wasn't too bad.
I think he was on the C line there. At least he got to the clip. Powering it down 3 now. He's making quite a lot of smoke for the second part of this track, and on quite a nice line. I think they were just a little bit shallow on clip 3 there. And let's see what the judges thought of that. Sponsored by 7 Days Performance, Hopwood Motorsport, Jay's Garage Motorsport, Colour Code Norfolk, LB Restoration and Paint Signs, and it says Dino Tyres. So a couple of tiny little mistakes there by Josh Moore. 82.67, so not put down by them too much, and a fairly solid score. I think he's going to be quite happy with that for a first run. Puts him in 10th place currently. Up now we have Justinas Norcus in his V8 turbo powered E36.
Plenty of power in this car.
Lots of power.
Yeah. Flick right along the wall, out wide to the line. That's exactly what the judges want, and he holds it for clip 3, Mike. Delighted.
Yeah, wow. That much angle into clip 3 is very impressive. We did see him do this a few times in practice this morning as well, so he has got this nailed. I imagine it's all the power.
Wow, hand out the window as he's waving to his fans up in the back.
He knows that's a good one.
He knows
that's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Loads of impact, perfect line.
Yeah.
Very, very fast as well around that track. Let's see what the judges thought of that. Can we beat first place?
I'm expecting this to be a high score now.
So 93.5 from Stuart Adsley to beat. Can he beat Stuart Adsley with that run? Judges debating it. 92.67, not quite, puts him into second position, just above Miles Wire.
Gives him all the confidence for his second run though, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, now a completely different sort of car. From one scale to the other, now we have a tiny little MX-5, 1.8 turbo, pedalled by Tom Van Beek.
And he is throwing this car around all weekend, so...
Yeah, a little bit shallow though.
Yeah, that's not what he was doing this morning. That's different.
Yeah. I think the track conditions must have changed from practice and just throwing a few people off because...
It's caught them out a bit, alright.
Yeah.
As you can see, Tom now gets it back on the line what the judges asked for. Unfortunately, the first half wasn't as clean as the second half, so I'm sure it's a score on the board, but I won't be expecting a high one.
He's usually much better at using what little power he has to get to the line, so I was expecting a really good line, just maybe a little bit off the pace, but unfortunately he didn't manage to get to the line there. Look, I'm a bit disappointed with that. Sponsored by Destroy or Die, Bailey Performance and Zestino tyres. Judges are just having a little think about where Tom might have gone wrong. 76.33, it's a reasonably solid score, puts him in 15th position so far, but I know he can do better.
Yeah, definitely. There was better runs yesterday because we were all blown away by them, so I'm excited to see what Tom's going to do in the second run.
Up now we have Owen Atkinson driving his RX-8 with a 1UZ turbo in it.
You don't see many RX-8.
No,
like it's a unique chassis nowadays, and I'm actually happy he has one. It's different. Yeah,
it does.
They're a cool looking car.
They look quite good.
Nice.
Wow, look at the line.
A little bit of a wobble.
No, it's a straight and re-initiation, and the camera there looked like it was a wobble, but it wasn't. It was a really much bigger mistake.
When it changed position, he was just straight. I was like, yeah, that's not wobble at all.
That's really gone wrong for him. Unfortunately, because that looked like he was going to have an absolutely fly around that first corner.
He definitely was committed on the first on the run-in. Like, it was a fast run-in, flick on the wall, and he just committed to 1, 2 and 3, but unfortunately the car had other ideas. Yeah, sadly Owen Atkinson making a few mistakes there. It's sponsored by Kenda Tyres, Teesside Karting, Drift Nuts, Shred Sheds, Bowler Wheels, Funo Auto Tuning, Smith & Allen Lubricants. Yeah, those few mistakes are going to hurt his score, unfortunately. I'm not sure how high this is going to be. You're going to make a prediction, Mike? No,
you're not. You're not brave enough to make a prediction?
46.97. If it
comes
up to 46.97, Mike, that's it. I'm just running around. Oh,
it definitely doesn't. A 68-point run from Owen Atkinson. I would say you were close, but you weren't even close. Next up, Jack Malwini. S54 powered E36.
Jack is one of them drivers that just seems like he's on tracks going around here because he just does the same line time and time again. So I'm expecting a high run.
And it is. He's on the B line there.
Just pulling a bit away again.
Listen, that C line. It's nice and deep now in through clips 4, all the way through 5, and on the B line through clip 6 again. Nice and deep through clip 7 as he makes it round the second part of the track. Again,
lots of clutch kicks to get him out to the wall.
Just that final little against the wall.
We're nearly there.
Yeah, come on.
You just tap the dash and say good car, that's all you do.
That's right. So Jack Malwini, sponsored by Ian Hamilton, Quirk UPVC, CMG, Windows and Doors, The Best Water, Ennis Glass Company Limited. I don't know. The Best Water.
I'm assuming it's water. It's very good.
Yeah. 69.33 puts him in 25th position. So Jack Malwini, I think he wants to do a little bit more than that.
Jack's one of them drivers that does really come alive in the battles. So I'm hoping he gets another score. A bit higher, gets in.
Yeah, a little bit higher. And then up now we have Damien Chopin. And it is 1JZ powered S14. Used to driving a compact, but he's in a different car this time. This is his new car for this year.
A little bit shallow there on nearly all the clips around, but it's a nice consistent line. Just unfortunately he needs to be more deeper.
Shallow there in clip 6 and clip 7,
Like, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. He just needs to push out a little bit further for his next run. But look, it's a score on the board. It's better than 0, really, isn't it?
I think that's a little bit too safe from Damien Chopin. And we have seen him do better in the past. He is sponsored by JD Garage and Performance Centre. see what the judges have to say about that score. I don't think they're going to be very happy. A little bit too shallow off of most of the clips. I say a safe run, but maybe a little too safe. 60th puts him in 32nd position.
That is not where you want to be.
That is not a safe place to be.
That is not.
That's
One
not a
driver
safe
can
place
ruin
to
your
be.
day.
Up now we have Egis Manilga, VG30 DETT. Powered 300s. That's not that.
It's an E46.
That's an E46. Is that his E46 or is that someone else's E46?
Not 100% sure, but
he's shallow off clip 3.
Back on line now again for the bottom half. The track comes through zone 5, perfect. Shallow on 6. Does the snappy transition, gets out to the line. Small bit of an over rotation there. He had to kind of bring it back rather than spin, so I'm sure the judges will be deducting him for that.
Yeah, a little bit twitchy. A few mistakes from that run, and not what we usually see from it. It is. When he's driving the 300,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's absolutely mental, and yeah, that's much calmer, and unfortunately, not quite what we want to see from Egis.
Calm is not going to do you well.
Yeah, it's not going to work here. No. I think the track is just too grippy. You've got to be really committed to get to all the clipping points.
And not only that, it's a high number of drivers here today. Like, so there's nearly half the drivers are going to go home. So you've 2 runs to impress. You've got to impress.
You've got to do it definitely. Yeah. And 57.67 puts him in 36th position. That is not good enough.
He's a lot of work to do for the next round.
Up next we have Stuart Egdell. 2JZ powered S14. Did very well in round 1. Can we see another repeat of that? As he throws it in a massive entry. If he can hold on to that. No. No, definitely not. A left foot braking to try and make it out to clip 3, but it's just not working for him, unfortunately. On part of the track, as far as the judges are concerned. Makes it around for the second half of the track. It is a fast car.
Very fast.
Very fast car, but yeah, just not on the
Just over-flicked it on the wall, that was the problem. I think he went for the big entry and it cost him. That was it.
Yeah, so Stuart Egdell, sponsored by Paint Tech, EP Racing, 360 Wraps, 50 Motorsport, Goodrich, Turbo Smart, AET Turbos, Extreme Clutch, SFS Performance Hoses, Powerflex Bushes, Pipercross Filters, OBP and EBC.
48.33, so yeah,
42nd
position. A lot of work to do for Stu if he wants to keep the championship fight alive.
And here we have Danny Mcguire. Danny Mcguire, he doesn't seem comfortable in his S15. He should be here, and he's like, why is he not here?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Look, maybe he just wants to try both cars.
I mean, this is an absolutely awesome car. And just having a few problems with it this weekend. Non-initiation. Is he going to make it in?
As he sprays the crowd.
Massive spin from Danny Mcguire.
Poor Danny.
Good
He
lord.
needed a wheel as well. Everything. So a big mess there now.
Yeah, Danny really struggling to get to grips. And
Sarah Marsh just running over to make sure everything's all right, and he's not going to put any debris everywhere. Yeah, just all going wrong there for Danny. You can see.
What happened here looks so deep. He initiated. I think he tried to initiate. It didn't happen. Re-initiated again. Clips that wall. I imagine the judging tower and everyone below it got completely showered in stones. Span run. That's a really hard hit. That's a really hard hit on the back end. But that wheel doesn't look. I would expect much more damage than that. But it looks fairly straight.
If he gets away with just beating a tyre and has to clean a few stones out,
I'd be very impressed if he does. Very impressed if he does.
We see all our marshals there just cleaning up the track and making sure Danny's okay.
And Danny out of the car. We'll see, do we need a recovery truck? I imagine we will.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and push him up the hill so we can continue, and then the recovery truck can bring Danny on into the pits so he can get ready for his second run. Well, that's what I'm assuming.
I imagine he will get it ready. Look at that rim smashed to pieces behind it. Look, it's just literally the outside of the rim left. The whole inside is completely gone.
That's going to look cool on the garage wall.
Yeah, that is definitely a garage wall. So obviously a 0 for Danny Mcguire.
Lads, I think half of his wheel is in the tower.
So
it's in the tower.
Apparently half of his wheel is actually in the judging tower, according to the judges, and they don't seem particularly happy about it.
So yeah, there's a little bit of a clean up to happen there just in front of the crowd. Clip 2. I want to just get rid of all them stones so we're not spraying people.
in stones and bits of Danny's wheel and
just
Danny's
car
all sorts of
in general.
carnage. He's not going to be happy about that, so we go back to.
So I think our starting marshal is showing other drivers his wheel. So this is what happened. Don't do this.
Having a nice conversation. So up now we have Dan Tyler.
Dan
the
Tyler.
1JZ powered S14. He had a massive crash first thing yesterday morning, and they spent most of the day trying to get the car back together, and they did. He did a few runs. I saw a run, he went straight out, and it looked absolutely terrible. And then he managed to do, I think he managed to tweak a few more things, but now he was looking fantastic in practice this morning. So let's see if he can pull together some really nice runs. So
he's also looking like one of the fastest cars in the grid. In my
yeah,
opinion.
it's a really fast car, this car.
Cool.
Really fast car. It did brilliantly last round at Teesside. See if we can get a repeat of that.
He's hoping to keep that championship dream alive. He was offered a pro license, if I'm correct, and he turned it down.
I believe he turned it down.
Yeah, and he said he wants to win a Pro 2 championship.
He wants the championship.
I respect that.
Definitely. He wants to move up by winning the championship, not just through winning an event. So
a lot of guys kind of jump at the opportunity straight away to get the pro door card. You know, that's what everyone really wants.
Yeah.
But you know, you did that actually, didn't you?
That's exactly what I did.
You can drift coming off.
Yeah. I thought that this weekend's that's not going to repeat itself. I'm just going to go for it, take it.
That's it.
Dan Tyler just backing up now.
I
He's
think
going to rewarm the tyres.
Yeah, sitting there for a minute, so it's only fair.
It's a really nice looking car as well. You don't often see like a black car, just black and white.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It's like a street car. It really is.
A street car that doesn't have headlights.
Yeah. Well,
and has a screw pipe sticking out the bonnet.
In Ireland, that's acceptable.
Is it?
Yeah. It's called.
Drive on the real road.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to give it a burnout as we get the opportunity to listen to it.
Lovely sounding car as well, isn't it? Can't beat that noise.
I mean, it's a 1JZ.
Yeah.
JZ's sound.
Can't beat it.
Well, you can. I mean, an RB sounds good.
Yeah. An RB on the limiter. The popping and banging, that's what you want. That like Ross Bar effect. That's what I really like.
Okay, so
there
we go, and we are off Dan Tyler to make his first run.
This is the last of our
this
first
car
run.
is so fast. Let's see how fast the judges want a really fast entry, and he is providing it. Not too big a flick. I think we're going to see him. Is he going to get deep? Very deep. And nearly not making it to 3 there. That was 2 wheels off. I don't know how much is going to be marked down for that as he comes through clips 5 and clip 6 is very deep at the minute. A very wild run so far from Dan Tyler. I don't know how he's going to get marked down for the 2 wheels off. It's definitely not a 0, but they will be marked down for it. Dan Tyler sponsored by XO Racing and BZ Media. Let's see what the judges have to say. They won't be happy because I know they got sprayed with stones as well. So
if you spray the judges with stones, you're actually getting deducted for that. So just keep that in mind.
Are we going to have a replay?
We're going for a replay.
I think we are going to have a replay.
So obviously the judges want to see again how many wheels he dropped. So he dropped.
He comes around here.
Yeah.
I think it's just 2. I think it's just 2. I don't think it was 3.
I hope not.
I think that front wheel just stayed on line, but it's definitely very
close.
Very
it was
deep
very
into
close,
2.
Yeah.
Very
right to look back. Lots of smoke from it as well. Like it's very good car.
Definitely not shy power. That car.
What power is it?
I
tell us?
Don't know.
He didn't tell us in his conference info.
He did not tell us.
No. So why we need to know, Mike? We're only talking about
exactly. We only want to talk about people. Why provide us with any information? I reckon it's 623.1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it because I know the difference.
So the judges come up with a score.
No. Yes.
Whenever you're ready, lads.
66. 30th position. That is not where we were expecting to see him.
He needs to do a little bit better. We've obviously seen much better from him in the past, so we'll see if he can make that a little bit better. And I think we are now back to Kev K.
Yep. So Kev K went out to the 91.67 on his first run.
Yes.
Just blew his way for the first run in qualifying. So I'm very interested to see what he's going to do here.
How is he going to improve on that? We shall soon see. As he taps the wall as he comes in, but not as aggressive as an entry, but a really good line. Very nice and wide as he comes through clip 4. It's absolutely on the button. Again, look, it's absolutely perfect as he comes through such a wide line and a snappy transition, exactly what the judges want to see. I wonder if this is going to score as high as his first run. I think it will. I think it might well. Wow, Kev K,
he did a fast entry, he ran the wall, he hugged the white line all the way around.
So run 1, 91.67. Can he beat that on run 2? Judges, don't keep us on tenterhooks like this. Come on.
Yeah, come on. We're just anxious, we want to know.
Well, they've got to get it right. They've got to look through everything. They've got to make sure they're very accurate. But we know that he's in anyway.
Yeah, he knows he's in as well. So.
And 93.33. Does beat his first score, but doesn't get first place quite, unfortunately. But wow, what a run. What a run from Kev K.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's going to do in the battles later on now. So.
Up now we have
Josh Duff. Yeah.
In at 328. BMW E36 Compact and flicking it against the wall. Can he make that work all the way to clip 3? Oh, no, this is a spin!
Unfortunately for Josh, it was a 0 on his first run and a 0 on his second run.
Oh, he's not happy.
He's not happy. You know when a drifter is not happy because it's just limiter.
Oh, I feel so bad for
yeah.
A 328 powered Compact has no power.
No.
It has no power, so you've got to really drive that to literally the absolute limit. So
you don't have a choice of a line.
No,
wherever the car goes, it goes.
You've got to put your foot absolutely flat and just hope that you can get it all the way out there. So
next up, we're back to Blaine Raftery again. So Blaine got a 68.33 in his first run. So see what we can do in a second. Big initiation for Blaine, but yeah, he's still a bit shy of the white line. Gets out to 2. Can he hold it for 3? He can. Not bad, Mike. He's back on the proper line.
Yeah, this is a very nice line and not a massive entry as well, but the judges weren't too concerned about that. But he's on a really good line so far. If he can hold this together, he's definitely going to beat his first score, 68.33. This is looking really nice.
It's a very good run.
Very nice for Blaine. 68.33 to beat his first run.
I think he might have. Then again, I have been wrong a lot so
I think you're probably right. I think that's a safe bet.
That's a safe bet. It's a 50-50. The judges really like keeping us waiting.
Yeah,
today,
they do.
They
They love 83.33 puts him in 10th position. Yeah. Well done.
Thanks.
Well done.
I should have been
That's good.
Yeah, maybe not. So next up is Philip Kenna. It's V8 powered 36. So I think our start line marshal is giving him the option of another warm up if he wants. He must have been sitting there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was sitting there for a minute. We just had the last run, haven't we?
Yeah, unless there's some debris or something that we missed. And the boys are cleaning it up.
Possibly.
You say Mike Burney watch what the people are watching at home.
Yep. And he started drifting in 2017 in a 318 IS. Now, have you ever driven a 318 IS?
It's just
now,
like
if there's anything underpowered, there's a very big step away from his M42 B44 powered E36 that he's driving in a minute.
So Philip got a 56.67 on his first run. Very timid would be the word I'd use. He played it very safe. And you can't be doing that at this level. And there's no point coming all the way over to Driftland to play it safe.
A little bit too safe on his first run. So he's got 320 horsepower. So it's not a turbocharged yet. It's still an NA.
Yeah, they're sweeping some stones down there. I'm hearing now.
I'm just listening to what the track marshals are saying.
Yeah.
a little bit too interested in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the track marshals, obviously there's some debris on the track, so track marshals are just going to clean that up now. And we're going to get Philip Kenna's going to warm his tyres up in a second once they've cleared the track of all the debris. Where did the debris come from?
I'm not sure. I don't know, unless Blaine Rafferty maybe dropped some. But I didn't see anything. I seen a clean run. Well, I thought I seen a clean run.
I thought I did as well, but obviously not.
Obviously we're not paying attention, Mike. That's what it is.
That must be it. It's a pink and camo look. What do you think to the pink camo look?
Oh, look. Yeah. It's cool. I like camo.
Come on, Mike. Come on for something.
But I like the 59-degree north wheels on it. They're very nice. I do like them. The pink camo for me, nah, more of a black guy.
Yeah.
Black and grey camo is my thing.
Okay.
What do you think about it?
I'm going to say I'm not a fan. I'm sorry.
You're not
sorry,
a fan.
Philip. Can I?
Yeah. Well, look, it's everyone to their own. That's his decision. So, as we see, all our marshals are out sweeping stones. So obviously, someone has dragged a few stones out, and maybe they're spraying up into the crowd. We're going off assumptions here again.
Yeah. Maybe there was some debris from earlier on, and it's just flicking up as the cars are coming around. So, from a safety point of view, we'll get that all cleared up, and then ready to send the cars again. So, are we going to see some improvement?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Warming up the tyres. Are we going to see an improvement on the score? Can we egg him on? Do you reckon we can egg him on from here?
I'm sure we can.
To put in a bit more of an effort. Can he
Come
hear
on,
us?
Philip. Let's do this.
56.67 to beat. Can we do a little bit better?
Currently sitting in 38th position, so he has to get a big increase on his score here if he wants to stay alive for battles this evening. We see him leave the line.
Yeah, V8 howl as he comes down the line. Doesn't sound like he's going to play it safe. So let's see a nice flick entry. A little bit, not too shallow.
And again, I
think that was a big correction there, and another straighten down.
Yeah. I think he just tried to dial off a bit of angle to get out of tree, but
it looks like he's got way too much grip in that car, and really struggling to keep it under control. It's just as soon as he takes his foot off the throttle, it's just sort of biting up on him and sending him forwards instead of sideways. And I don't think we're going to see an improvement on that score, unfortunately, for Philip Kenna. A few too many mistakes there.
46.67 on the second run. So
yeah, 38th position. Unfortunately, that is Philip Kenna out of the competition for today. Next up, we have Marcus Clare in a purple R32. I have a soft spot for R32s. I said that last time. This car looks absolutely fantastic. Marcus Clare, 85.33 is a very safe run, if I remember correctly, but hopefully he's going for not quite a safe run this time.
Get out
as he comes through. Wow, look at the impact of that as he comes through. Just misses clip 3, but look as he puts the hammer down, comes down the hill, in through clips 5 and 6. Look at the wheel speed on the car, the smoke pouring off the back of it. They're definitely making more of an impact this run.
Yeah. That's a good run for Marcus. I'm sure he's happy with that as well.
Yeah, that's a smart way to play it. Do a safe run the first time.
Now, in 85, he's in 8th position, so he did a safe-ish run, but it was still a bit on the edge.
Well, I think it was a little bit more reserved his first run. Second one definitely more wild, and it shows with an 88, putting him up into 6th position. Marcus Clare's definitely going to be happy with that. Next up, we have Danny Herald. Danny Herald in that SR20 powered E36, a strange choice of engine for an E36, but it seems to be working. 73.67 on his first run, and looking like a fantastic line so far. Can he hold it all the way out to 3? He does, just on the C line for 3. He comes down the hill. Loads of wheel speed on this car as well. They're really stepping it up for the second part qualifying now. Comes through the second part of the track. Hammer down against the wall. Does he make it all the way out to the wall? It's quite hard to see from here, but
shy, I think. Which Danny's still in
73.67. I think he's going to have beaten that score with that run. And let's see what the judges have to say. apparently a few years ago he went to Driftland to buy a hoodie and ended up buying the car that he's driving in today, and he does beat his original score, an 82.67 for Danny Herald.
So if you buy a hoodie off Driftland, you get a free 36.
Apparently so.
I can go into the merch centre. I'll be back in a minute.
Next up we have Darren Wilde. Darren Wilde's having a few problems with his first run, LS3 powered, all on hand controls, Darren Wilde. So, I mean, yeah, like you say, if it wasn't difficult enough.
Yeah, he's
and let's see, that's a flick, a nice smooth flick, and he's making out through clips 2 and clip 3. This is a much better run so far from Darren Wilde. But shallow there.
Not getting out.
He's finding himself on the inside of the track again, and yeah, just really shallow. It looks very bouncy, the back of that car. Suspension maybe a little bit soft for what he needs to do. Listen, it was an okay run. It wasn't bad, but
he missed outer zone 5 completely, and the judges were saying they want you to fill that zone from start to finish.
Yeah,
you know,
this is true.
It's
So
a high scoring area, so I'd be expecting a low score.
Do we think he's got enough points to get in? That is the main thing. Does he have enough points to get into the main competition? The judges are going to make us wait for it as usual. 58
not bad.
Puts him into 36th place.
Position, so unfortunately that's the end of Darren's weekend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Darren Wilde goes home. Next up we have Ross Argev in his 2JZ powered E36, 87 points on his first run, so a good
Ross
run.
Is sitting in 8th, so he's a little bit of a comfort net underneath him, so I'm sure he's going to push a bit harder in his entry here. Big flick and hold it, that's what I'm hoping for.
So he's competed in the SDC Championship. He's a runner-up, previous runner-up. He won round 1.
Nice entry, just drops
a little bit wide there, and on a really,
he's committed.
He's very, very committed. That was really, really nicely into 3 there, but maybe I don't know whether they're going to get judged a little bit too wide. But this is the sort of driving I like to see. He comes around the final corner.
Out to the wall. Not a bad run from Ross. Just, that little wheel drop at the start.
I think that was a brilliant run from Ross Argev, and I think you're going to get a good high score from that. Even though he had a wheel over, I think that's still, the judges wanted to see a lot of aggression, a lot of speed for the first 3 clips. He did that, and
he held the speed down into 4 and 5 as well.
Yeah, definitely.
He didn't scrub off too much speed, which is good to see as well.
I mean, running
through that section.
That's right. Running off the track didn't seem to affect his line too much. So we'll see what the judges think. Just having a debate. Let's see whether he beats his previous score of 87. Judges having a good think about it. Can he beat that score? Did he beat it? Was he better than the last time?
Only time will tell, Mike.
88.67, only just better, but is better. Puts him into 6th position. 2 very consistent runs. That makes for a good lead driver.
That's exactly it. So hopefully we'll see some exciting battles from Ross later on.
Up now we have Sam Simcox. No, we don't. We have Josh Malone in his 1UZ powered IS200, and having some big problems in his first run. So can he keep it together in his second run? No, still very shallow on 3. So comes down the hill into clips 4, clip 5. A little bit shallow in clip 6. A nice snappy transition there. That's what the judges wanted to see from a transition.
Just
from clips
fast,
from clip 6 to 7. Nice snappy transition there. I think that's going to score a lot better than his first run. A few little bits and pieces, very shallow on 3, unfortunately, but I think it's still better than his first run. 58.33, currently in 35th position. Shoots a few more points to get him up into the top 32. Can he make them up?
The judges, yet again, keep us waiting, Mike. Sitting here just wondering.
Josh Malone in the foundation class, 2nd place. In 2nd place in the foundation.
Yeah.
So 75.33 puts him in 19th position. He's going to be happy with that.
Big jump up now, and it's not a bad place to be sitting.
Definitely.
So next up is Sam Simcox.
Now we've got Sam Simcox up next.
So we see Sam leaving the line. He got a 61.33 in his first run, leaves him in 33rd position, so he's a bit of work to do in this one. Big entry, gets out wide and holds it. Nice, all the way through 2. Shallow off 3 again, but tucks it back in, ready for 4. Stays out wide. Does he fill all of outer zone 5? He does. Comes back around, good line for 6 and transitions. Not bad, just yet again, Mike, that clip tree.
I think. Oh no, shuts the car down. What happened there? What?
That's my fault.
You've got to stop talking.
I messed up talking.
Why?
I don't know.
How does that
Sam,
happen?
I'm so sorry.
It's definitely broken something there. Loads
Lot
of smoke coming out the exhaust.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's turbo after going or something like that.
That does not sound good. Or look good for Sam Simcox.
So unfortunately, that's going to be 0.
That's going to be a 0 because he did not complete the run. Oh,
leaves him
gutting.
in 33rd position.
Gutting.
I did think he was on for a good run there.
He was on for a very solid run, definitely in the top 32 in my opinion. So,
that's just a harsh world of drifting.
So just
you need what 60 seconds for the car to play ball.
Yeah, the last corner, just something lets go, and it's devastating. Absolutely
yeah, Mike,
devastating.
that would have put him in the late 70s and into qualifying had he not had that car failure.
So apparently, up until that point, he would have been in the late 70s point-wise, and possibly, definitely in the competition. Yeah. So, devastating. Wow.
Next up is
the
Zach
show
Parker.
must go on. So up next is Zach Parker, 328 stroker E36 BMW. So not a massive amount of power. 62.67 on his first run.
He's sitting in 32nd position, so he does have to improve his score.
And this looking
not bad.
Not too bad. A little bit shallow on 3. They come down the hill in through clip 5 and 6.
It's consistent.
Yeah,
he's
it's
on
nice.
the right line. It's a little bit slow, but
yeah,
it's not too bad at all as it takes it out to the wall.
Second part of the track.
Yeah,
nice and consistent on a very nice chaseable line, which at the end of the day that is what qualifying is for. Can he improve on his first score?
I really hope he does, because just sitting, that's a long way to sit in 32nd position for one person to score higher than you.
Yeah, we've got a few drivers to make our way through yet. So
judges having a conversation.
Yeah, it's just a small dad and lad team living in a dream world.
An 82.33.
Wow, that is a really good score.
Well
yeah,
done.
very well done
Zach.
to Zach Parker, and he's going to be happy with that definitely. So next up we have Jonathan Flynn.
No, Ben Rodgers.
Ben Rodgers.
You're just jumping the Irish guys there, yeah. You see Ben got a 0 on his first run, so he's a lot of work to do in the second. But we've seen him do some good laps around here, so hopefully the nerves don't get the better of him, Mike.
Yep, let's see an improved score on the first run. He puts the hammer down as he comes in, enters into the first corner. A nice safe entry there. He knows he needs to put some points. Very nice into clip 3. Well, I think he's definitely going to improve. Well, he's definitely going to improve on a 0 as long as it doesn't spin. But he's this is a really nice line now from Ben Rodgers as he comes around the second part of the track. Lots of smoke. It's very nice. The car seems very settled and it's very smooth. It's just what you want to do, or just what you want to chase.
That's more like
driver.
what we were watching yesterday.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's more like the Ben Rodgers we were watching.
Ben Rodgers definitely getting a score on the board there, and I imagine it's going to be quite a high one.
It's definitely going to be higher than his last score.
Yes, definitely going to be higher than his last score. He hopes he doesn't break it. 87.67.
Well done,
definitely
Ben.
improves.
Yeah.
9th position. He's really going to be happy with that.
Now we're moving on to
Now we
Flynn.
have Jonathan Flynn.
So Jonathan Flynn got a 51.67 on his first run. He's currently sitting in 44th position, so he's a lot of work to do.
He has a serious amount of work to do.
But he needs to just take it back to some of the last runs he was doing in practice, because I was talking to him after practice. He was very confident and happy, and his runs were near perfect. Like, we were expecting big things out of Johnny, so I'm hoping he can pull it out of the bag now.
Let's see what he has to offer. Got a few mistakes in his first run, so see a nice entry,
there
very
you go, on
wide.
that line.
Is he going to get out to clip 3?
Pulls away
It's
again
very
to clip
shallow
3.
out to clip 3. Down the hill into clip 4. All the way through 5. On the C line again through clip 6. So it's not going to be a massively high score this, but
he's leaving them last zones there very early. Like, he didn't let the car fully get in, so I'm sure that will deduct the score.
I think that will improve on his first score, but not sure how much. Jonathan Flynn needing to try a little bit harder than that. 44th position. Can he get into the top 32? I think it's going to be very close. And I wouldn't say he is. I don't know, actually. Mike,
Only time will tell.
what do you think? What do you think?
I think the judges are going to let us know now soon. I'm not making any more guesses.
Come on.
69.
69 puts him in 30th position, just about in there. Can he hold on? Let's hope he can hold on to that for the rest of the competition.
Can be done. You're just hoping everyone else does the same as they already did.
Yep.
So yeah, Josh Goodall back for his second run. 72 in his first, which puts him in 25th position. So yeah, I'm expecting a good run here now. He put a score on the board, and he was throwing down some serious runs earlier on. So hopefully he can pull it out of the bag.
That's another driver, just a little bit, just like so many, shallow on clip 3. He's got a chain holding his exhaust on.
And
Just noticed that there was just a chain wrapped around it.
improvising overcome.
It is what it is. He says the car is slow. So, that's all the commentary info we have. Let's see if he can make it out to clip 3. And he does make it out to clip 3. It's far down the hill. This looks like a much better run so far. It's going to score a lot more points. Comes all the way through. Clip 5 is very deep here. This is a much better run than his first run. Very deep through clip 7. Can make all the way out to the wall.
It's slow, but
it may be it's maybe slow, but it's on a good line. Yeah. I think that's going to be a good score, and it's going to improve on his first run. But we don't know nearly enough as the judges, so let's see what they say. And they're gonna make us wait for it.
They are, of course they are. I think they're doing this just as a joke.
Yeah. We know the score, but we're just gonna let them.
Let's just let them twiddle their thumbs and wait.
Definitely make 81.33 does improve 16th position. That was a really good run from Josh Goodall, especially with just a standard VQ 35. They're not very powerful. They don't have a lot of guts.
From one to another. So here's Andrew Malloy and his standard VQ.
Let's see, is this one any faster? 40.33 points in his first run. He's currently in 47th position. So let's see if he can improve on that. And not a very good entry, but does make it out to clip 2. Shallow on clip 3 as well. Again, struggling with the lack of power. Clutch kicks to come down the hill. Clutch kicks down the hill.
Everyone's slowing down with the 350s. They're actually speeding up going down the hill.
Come on. Faster, faster, faster. Quite a nice tidy line for the second part of the track, but I don't know whether the first part would damage.
It's just the initiation. It's like they don't have the power to carry the 1, 2, and 3.
I mean, 40.33 points to beat. I think he's going to beat that, but whether he makes it, I think he might make it into the top 32. Let's see what the judges say. He is a full-time engineer and part-time pasty maker for Owe Forker.
Oh yeah, Owe Forker's like one of the top-rated Northern Ireland drivers. In Ireland. Yeah, he's a big deal. He's a big deal.
56 points puts him in 44th position. Unfortunately, not enough to come through. So Andrew Malloy is out of competition. Up next we have Andy Arno. Andy Arno having some car issues for his first run, scoring 0 points.
So yeah, he's it all to do in the second one.
Let's see, can he make a mistake? It sounds like he's angry and he's hungry for it. And yeah, a smooth initiation, but still just not.
That's the same as his first run. It's it's like it's gripping up in the same spot.
SR20, he's on the limiter as well, so I don't know whether he's just really lacking in power or
maybe just wrong ratio on the diff. You never know.
Yeah, something along those lines. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be good enough to get himself into the board, top 32.
But yeah.
Can he see if he can beat a 0? I think he's better than a 0. He drifted through the whole thing, but just not in the clips.
Just one little straight, really. And missed the clips.
Just a tiny one. Apparently that's his first ever drift car, purchased back in August 2010.
Wow. So we're still... Oh, there it is.
45.67 puts him in 47th position.
Yeah, it's just not enough to get him into top 32, unfortunately.
Up now we have Jack Cobin, driving the E30 Touring, a bouncy Touring.
Yeah, it's like a lowrider going around, just hopping everywhere.
83. Oh, wow, what is he doing here?
Car got away from him, and he got caught by that. But he holds it on the line, though, in fairness. Well,
It's still through clip 3. Yeah, it was a bit of a winner. I'm not sure how well that would go in battle, so I think he might get marked down for that before he even entered. But a nice smooth run after that. I mean, obviously the entry is a bit weird, but we'll see what score he gets. I think he might get marked down quite a bit for that, because if you imagine the chase driver is going to try and be nearly next to the car in front, and if the lead car does that on initiation, then you're going to have some big problems before the run's even started. So I think he might get marked down quite a bit for that, and he does. 74.67. He remains in 11th position with his first run. Up next we have Eric in his Toyota Sora. So 75-point run in his first run.
It was a safe enough one. We were expecting Wilder, so this should be it.
I think this is going to be the wild one now, and very deep. Oh, and another spin.
Signatures of Danny Mcguire.
That is
the exact same
identical to Danny Mcguire, and I think the wheel might even be damaged in exactly the same way as Danny Mcguire's.
I think all the people in the front row knew exactly what was coming there.
Yeah. It was exactly the same thing.
Yeah. It was
identical.
He tried to come in as hard as he could to carry that outer line, and just unfortunately just overshot it, and there's a drop off there, and once you cut it, it's just bringing the whole car in, you know.
It's not literally. As soon as you go off, just slightly. Look, if you go off,
just like that, he went from a driver to a passenger.
That's right. As soon as you, just at that point, there's nothing you're doing. It's hold on, please stop, please stop,
please stop. Yeah,
don't go
over.
Don't go up the bank. Don't go up the bank, please. God, look how high it shoots the gravel up in the air.
He's currently sitting in 23rd, so I hope he didn't do too much damage, and he's still able to compete in the battles later on. He's laughing anyways, he found it funny.
There you go, just see, as it just popped the tyre off, I don't think it's actually destroyed the wheel.
No.
So obviously it's held together a little bit better than the wheel of Danny Mcguire.
Yeah.
He's still making a joke and laugh about it, so obviously not too worried.
I think they had a look around and everything seemed straight, just a tyre off the rim.
Yeah.
You'll take that.
Herald 75 in 23rd position. Hopefully they'll just get that car back up and running. It hasn't bent anything. Didn't look bent. I couldn't see anything bent on the back there, so yeah, it should be out into battles. Next up we have Arunus Namontis.
75 in his first run. No, sorry. That's still Eric's got an 88 in his first run. Yeah, I was like, he was higher up.
This is the car with lots of horsepower. S54 M3 turbo, lots of tyre smoke, lots of horsepower.
Someone told me this is like nearly 1,000 brake horsepower, this car.
There was rumours of nearly 1,000 horsepower. It doesn't say how much it is.
If I had 1,000 brake horsepower, I'd be bragging about it. So I'd definitely be putting in my commentary info.
So maybe it doesn't have 1,000.
Maybe it doesn't.
Maybe it's got like 300.
Yeah, that's it. It's just rumours going around the paddock.
It's a very shiny wrap he's got on that car by Violent D. Does do some nice wraps.
Has all the colours.
It's like a browny red mottling to it. Very unique coloured car. I'm not sure I'd have gone with the orange wheels up front. I think I would have gone for green wheels all round. What would you have done?
Yeah, green wheels, I agree. See, the guys are just sweeping off the last of the stones there. Some serious sweeping techniques now. I'm really
saving the
this.
Spectators.
You missed a bit.
Faster, boys, faster.
Sorry, lads. We've not announced the commentate on, so it's just you.
It looks like there's a lot of debris.
Yeah,
we're going to be here for some time. I'm sure they had didn't they have a road sweeper here once?
They did have a road sweeper, I think, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're dressed in yellow.
The 5 of them out there now.
I wonder if we can get the track staff up to the tower. We've got quite a bit of the track gravel up here as well.
You need to give the judges a sweep off there as well. They're actually getting destroyed.
Mishimoto intercooler, and so you take the lights out of the actual headlights, and then you put 2 spotlights in the grille.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
Weight saving.
That is it?
I'm sure the smaller ones are lighter.
Just because drift car, I think, is more like it.
Drift car.
The crowd bracing for their next showering of pebbles.
It's like they're just ducking every time a car drops a wheel, just in case. Be ready.
Track star still beavering away, just trying to get the last little bits of stone off the track so we can continue on with the day here at Driftland. Nice to actually see spectators at Driftland for once.
It's good to see spectators back at events. There you are. Go on, make some noise for us. Give us something to commentate on. That's a lovely Mexican wave.
Yeah, Arenas has provided us with all the commentary info of trying to survive each round.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're all doing, really.
Yeah.
I can see him warming the tyres again.
Obviously ready now, so warm the tyres up. And we'll see how well. 88 points in his first run. Can we beat 88 points in his second run? I think he is going to do something wild.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see something a bit crazy. So if I were up in the judging tower, I would duck now.
Yeah, just in case.
Harris leaving the line, having all possibly 1,000 horsepower, we're not sure.
Let me ask him that.
A little bit of a
Nice
subdued
initiation.
entry on the handbrake there, and a very nice wide line, a little bit over, but wow, look at this, look how much smoke he produces as he comes down the hill. This smoke absolutely pouring, look how fast it is in a very snappy transition. That's exactly what the judges want to see. This is going to score very highly, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice run.
I'm interested to see now, will this be his first score of 88?
Yeah, is this going to be the first score of 88? I think it might. That was
a good
an
run,
absolutely blinding run. Plenty of impact as well,
It was
definitely.
a fast initiation, and he held the line all the way around, and he did exactly as he was asked to do.
Yeah, I mean, the initiation was on the handbrake, so not the best initiation I've ever seen, but still, we put him on a fantastic line, and he held it all the way through the run, so I think that is going to, make a very high score. The judges are going to tell us 91.67 into the 90s, 5th position for Arunas.
Yep.
And
leaves him safe for battles this evening.
Yeah, very well deserved. We're going to see some awesome battles off the back of that car. And up now we have Jamie Lundy. It's E46 M3.
79.67 on his first run, so he's currently sitting in 19th. He has a bit of breathing room, and nice initiation on the wall. Gets out to clip 2.
Yeah, very nice and
Holds
smooth
the
out for
wide
clip
line.
3. Really nice line here
Good
from
run from
Jamie
Jamie.
Lundy. Coming down the hill. Is that M3 powered compact working?
Is this the winning
brilliantly?
combination of Driftland, an M3 and a compact?
I mean, it's not the fastest, but it's
Hands out the window, he's happy.
definitely in the most control. That looks like a blinding run from Jamie Lundy.
Well done, Jamie. Good
And I
run.
expect a very high score from that. 79.67 on his first run. Can we see something? I don't know whether that might creep into the 90s. It was almost perfect. I mean, it could have been a bit quicker.
Maybe
there was
impact,
one wheel off just very slightly before clip 3, but I think maybe we can see right up there into the 90s. The judges will make that decision for us very shortly. 89.67, so
just because you
close.
said that.
I think they were like,
no, take the half
no,
plate off.
take it.
Can't have Mike right.
Up now.
Yeah, no, good
we
run from
have
Jamie.
Ventislav Georgiev.
Currently sitting in 49th position.
Yeah, very shaky run on his first run. Not able to get the car to work for him at all in his first run. So let's see if we can get him
He needs to gain 17 positions. So the computer screen is telling me here.
Yeah. Score to beat 68 to get you into top 32. He's currently sitting on a 34.67, so definitely a lot. That was an angry leaving the line. He's got a point to prove. And a loss of limiter as he enters the first corner. It's very shallow through clips 2. Down to clip 3 and a bit of a dab at left foot brake. It looks like a lot of understeer from that car as well. Yeah. Straightening reinitiation down to the back car. He's really struggling to get the car to work.
It looks like he's fighting that car all the way around. Like
he seems to be braking in very weird spots. Nowhere that I would say to do. I don't really understand it, but he's just really struggling to keep that car under control.
Yeah, so don't think this is going to be a high scoring run. Unfortunately for...
I think it might be 1 point higher than his last run. It was very similar to his first run, to be honest.
His first run, yeah.
Not very chaseable, yeah. So they go very slightly higher, 41.67. Unfortunately, Venslav will be leaving the competition today. Next we have Paulius and Ikas.
Paulius got a 56.67. He's 42nd position, so yeah, a lot of work to do in this run.
It's quite a nice looking car, though, isn't it? A little bit bumpy.
Yeah.
Oh, and the left foot.
Paulius now, just on his last practice run, did go up the bank in front of the judging tower. He did put it up there.
I did see that.
I don't know if that's a knock of confidence or maybe the car, you know.
Oh, and he spins it.
That was a big snap back there. There was nothing.
And he's not happy about it one bit. So I'm going to finish these. I'm going to finish these tyres off one way or another.
So yeah, unfortunately, that's a 0 for Paulius.
That will be a 0 for Paulius, and unfortunately, he will be leaving the competition. As he comes around here, look at the wheels. Does something go wrong with the car? No, I think he just flicks too hard. I think that was all driver error. Drives over the bank, flicking more stuff onto the track. Yep. Thank you.
Thanks for that. To bring them from the inside to the outside, exactly where we want them.
So that with him out of competition. Next up we have Colt Harvey.
What a car.
That is in your favourite livery car.
That's up there now, that is, yeah. It is jazzy. Jazzy would be the word.
Jazzy. I would definitely use the word jazzy. Yeah, 100% use the word
See
jazzy.
What Cole can do in his second run. So 74.33 in his first.
Understeer.
Understeer. He did well to keep it out of the bank there, but unfortunately, just getting it all wrong.
Yeah, it's just not really working for him. 74.33. So he did quite a safe run his first run. I think he was just trying to push it a little bit too hard. Caught some understeer. I don't know whether there's still some debris on the outside of the track, and maybe that's causing some understeer, some trouble for these drivers. 74.33. I don't think that's going to beat that. Too many mistakes. Or is there some stuff on the track? I don't know. We can't see from here, I'm afraid.
Yeah, 36.67 on the second run, so he stays in 24th position.
Hopefully he remains in the competition. I think he probably will from that. Up next, we have Josh Payne. Here the supercharger whine.
Yeah, Josh got a 0 on his first run, so everything to do here.
That's a nice initiation, nice smooth against the wall. This comes through nice and high through 3. This could be a good run if he holds it together.
That drop off there coming into clip 4, if you drop a wheel over that, it's pulling you straight. You don't have a choice.
So how many wheels did he drop off?
I think it was just one.
Is it just one wheel, which hopefully hasn't affected his score that much? So the very first part of the track and the very last bit were good, but just a mistake and a reinitiation. I don't know whether that's going to hurt his score. I think it might have hurt it. I don't know. Will he be in top 32? That is the question. This is difficult. I'm glad I'm not a judge.
I'd hate to be a judge, yeah.
I'm absolutely not. I don't.
It's such a like picky job, you know. You're going through little details.
Let's have a look again. See how many wheels he actually dropped off the track. There's one.
Yeah,
there's another one on the inside of the line, fine. And just here, I think it's still two wheels down the bottom.
Yeah.
3 wheels even. just about 3 wheels
Yeah,
before he went
that
into
drop
3.
off there at clip 4 just caught him.
3 wheels might be a 0. It is. Yeah, it's a 0 for Josh Payne. 2 zeros. Oh, it's going to be devastated with that. It was going. It's going so well up until that point, but
that's the harsh reality of drifting.
Mark Chapman 68.67. Again, just making a couple of little mistakes on his first run.
He's in 31st position though, so I'm sure he'd like to gain a few places just for the safety net.
Yeah, and he's looking really nice. He comes down the hill. Don't curse it. Yeah, hold it all together. Come on. Yes. This is looking much better. And he hold it together for the last corner. We could see some high score for Mark Chapman. It comes across the line.
Good run for Mark.
I think he's going to do pretty decent there.
I think there's one. He's going to jump up a bit.
That was much better than his first run, and it's a nice, consistent all the way around the track. Good run from Mark Chapman. I think definitely beat his first score and make him feel a little bit safer. Sat in 31st position at the minute. An 80-point run.
19th position. You'll take that. But hopefully we'll see Mark in battle action later on this evening.
And we will indeed. Up now we have Dave Patel. And that 1JZ powered E36, 72.33 on his first run. Let's see if we can improve on that. I think he's going to want to.
Yes, he can. Nice initiation. Wide.
Very nice and wide all the way through. This is looking much, much better now.
Rubs off the speed and perfect time. Nice wide line in clip 5 as well.
This is a really nice run from Dave Patel. Just comes around the last corner, puts the foot down, covers the crowd in smoke. Job done.
Good
I
one.
think he's going to be happy with that. 72.33 on his first run. Can we see it in the 80s? I think we will. I think we'll see. I think that might even be a mid-80s run. The judges will soon tell us. He came second place at the last round of Drift League. 86 puts him in 11th.
That's good.
He's going to be happy with that. We have up now Sam Nolan. 2JZ powered S15.
An 81 on his first run, so he's sitting in 19th position. So Sam, can
wild.
push a bit harder.
This is going to be wild. Enters in the first corner, lovely line. That rear wheel looked like it's moving about a lot. There's that moving backwards and forwards. There's something very wrong with the back end of that car. Can he keep it holding together? Let's hope that car holds together for the rest of this lap, but it's definitely not well. Is the other wheel doing it, or is it just one wheel? Just that one wheel. Wow, how is he driving that car so well?
Did you see how much it was going forward?
It was moving backwards and forwards. There is something very wrong with that car, but wow, how did he drive it?
Fair play to him for holding that there.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe that's a technique.
Yeah, just undo all the bolts under your car and it'll drive fantastic.
Loosen it up, that's what everyone told him to do, so he just loosened everything.
He definitely needs to get that checked out before he goes to battles, though, and how he kept it together, that was absolutely incredible. A piece of driving from Sam Nolan. And let's see what the judges thought of it. I don't think you can take into account your car falling apart. 83.67. It's 30th position. He improves. No, the car's falling apart as you drive around the track and you improve the score. Up now we have Archie Hama.
See Archie hitting the wheel here now. He knows he's a lot of work to do. He's 91.33.
No, he doesn't have a lot of work
to
do.
But he wants no work to do. He wants the top qualifying. I know he wants the top qualifying.
And let's see what we can do. He just taps the wall. That's hurt his line, unfortunately. So, yeah, shallow on clip 2 and clip 3. Oh, it's a little bit too aggressive. And entering a little bit too early, I think, then hitting the wall. Nice, very tidy around the second part of the track now. As he comes for the last, shuts it down.
What's going on? Look what fell out.
There's bits and pieces. There's bits.
The diff is falling out. Look at the diff falling out. That's bad luck for Archie, that is.
We're starting to break stuff now. Right, his team needs to get, I don't know whether that's the actual diff or a diff carrier, possibly the back plate. They do have a habit of breaking on these, so Archie Hama it'll be a 0 on his second run, but 91.33 ensures he is most definitely in the fight, and his team will be looking to get that car back together as soon as possible. to make sure he makes it out for battles. Up now we have Richie Gilbert. Richie Gilbert in his first run with an 84.67.
12th position he's currently sitting in, so
He was quite happy with his first run.
nice initiation along the wall.
Very nice initiation from Richie Gilbert. Just a tiny bit shallow on clip 3, but very
Nearly
deep
there.
and down into clip 4 and clip 5. This is looking like a fantastic run, really fast as well. Look, the speed of it, a very nice snappy transition as well. Could have been a little bit wider around the last corner, but wow, this is a really good run from Richie Gilbert.
That's 2 good runs from Richie in qualifying now, so
Yeah, I think that's going to be
He'd be happy
a
with that.
similar score to his first run, maybe improved slightly, but he is definitely going to be happy with that, and he's definitely going to be in the battles. It's good to see a driver having 2 very consistent scores, because you know they're going to do consistent lead runs when it comes to the battles, and that's what we want.
89.
There you go, does improve. 89 puts him into 8th position. Richie Gilbert definitely going to be happy with that one. Up now we have Matt Smith. S54 powered compact. Is that a compact? No, it's actually an M3, sorry.
See Matt lead the line. So I got 71.33 and he's sitting in 27th position, so not too bad now. He can push a bit harder.
On, very nice against the wall, and a nice initiation. Can he hold it all the way out to clip 3?
No, you could see the car was just pulling in.
He was trying so hard, but just didn't quite make it out to clip 3, unfortunately. So the rest of the run looking very nice. A little bit shallow now around the last corner. He comes over the last clip. Can he hit the wall? No, I thought it was going to come against it.
Did he do enough to improve on his first run? That's the question. I don't think so.
I don't think it's better than his first run. I'm not sure. But what do we know? The judges will tell us.
Judges will tell us, definitely.
So this was a fresh car this season, built by himself at Volkskraft. It's exactly the same score. Exactly the same score. Wow.
That's consistency.
That is, as I say, I wanted consistency. That was, can't get more consistent than that.
Can't get more consistent than the same score.
Up now is Nick Davey. 53 points on this SR20 powered S14. He really needs to...
Nicky's getting wild early. Flicks in.
A nice wide line. Can he hold it out all the way to 3? He does. This is looking like a good run. Definitely more than a 53-point run if he can hold it together. Come down the hill. Just got to get the last 2 corners. It goes a little bit of a bog there. Maybe a misshift. A nice snappy transition around the last corner.
That's a good run from Nicky. No, that is.
Yeah, nice. Definite improvement on 53. Yeah, he's going to be happy with that, especially after his first run. He has blown up 3 engines and 4 gearboxes in the last 2 years.
That's
drifting. You're drifting, mate.
Yeah,
So
that's 90% of it.
Find me someone in the paddock who hasn't done that. 73.67
jumps
puts
up
him
to
into 27th position. I thought that scored a little higher than that, but maybe there was something I didn't see there. Probably that actually the big wobble before the first clip.
It's Dave Jackson.
So here we are, David Jackson. Right, this was going to be an absolute top qualifier in his first run, and he's so shallow on 3. He was
missed it completely.
In his first, he's got it the wrong way round now. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I don't even have words. Anyway. Fantastic looking car, very nice second part of the track there, but the first part I was expecting him to do the same thing and have a really nice wide line and then be able to sew the rest of it together. But
it's like the cars are just gripping up after clip 2 and it's just pulling them on the inside line, and unfortunately that's not where we want them. We want them on the outside line.
Let's see what the judges have to say. Has he got enough points to get into the competition? 72.33. He does for now, 28th position. And I think that he might have enough to keep himself in there just about.
Yeah. We move on to Dermot Canavan. So Dermot got a 58 in his first run. He's sitting in 41st position. So a lot to do here now to get inside the top 32. Oh, a weird initiation, but he holds it.
Comes out nice and wide through 3. Very nice and wide through 3. Very nice into 4 as well. Probably one of the best we've seen through 3 into 4. Lots of clutch kicks now.
Lots of clutch kicks.
The second part of this run, that's what we want to hear. He comes around the final corner, loads of smoke.
Another clutch kick just to get him over the line.
And I think just after that initiation, the rest of the track was really, really good. So I think we're going to see a fairly decent score there. Was he a bit shallow on 2? I think he was just
it's like the car started to just naturally step out on the running on him, and all he could do was just hold on and ride it out and see what happens.
Yeah, it was quite a fair handbrake drag into the initiation, which I know is definitely going to bleed him some points, but I don't know how many. The rest of the run was nice. 79.67.
Puts him in 22nd. That's not bad.
He is in the game, and that's what you need to be. Next up, we have Max.
Just
Fleckney.
look at it.
66.33. Made some mistakes in his first run, some uncharacteristic mistakes. He's normally a very solid driver, Max Fleckney, and now this is looking
much better.
Very nice. And still away from clip 3. Just
is there a memo we didn't get or something like maybe? I don't know. It's
missing clip 6 as well. Getting through clip 7. Comes around the last little corner. The car looks so good. I just wish his line looked as good as his car does.
Yeah.
He's got the power in that thing. The power to weight ratio is good in that car, and he should have been out to clip 3. He doesn't really have too many excuses, if I'm honest. And it's just I'm disappointed. You can tell. You
just
can tell
ruined Mike Walton's day, just so you know that, Max.
I love the car so much, and it's a great car.
Big fans of the car.
And a great team as well. And just to see a mistake like that. 69.33 does improve, but not enough.
No.
33rd position, Max Fleckney, unfortunately not in competition for the rest of the day. Oh, that is disappointing.
Moving on to Christian Rice. So
Christian Rice, 59.67 in his first run.
So
he only bought this car a week ago. It was stock, but it's twin turboed. So she's got 2 turbos on a completely stock engine. 59.67.
They might be plumbed in. They could be just sitting there.
Yeah, we have absolutely no idea.
Christian's dropping
very wide down there. One wheel off, definitely for sure. But this does look a little bit better than his first run. Oh, you can feel it's underpowered.
Struggling to get out to the wall there at the end. He was.
I think he's wrestling that, but considering he bought that car a week ago.
Yeah, it's not bad going.
it's not bad going. 40th position, 59.67. He does improve, 65.33, but unfortunately not enough. 38th position. Christian Rice will be going home. Well, not going home, but he won't be in the competition.
You can still stay and watch the competition. Just
up now, Miles Moore, 92.5. He's currently in 4th position. What are we going to see from this young driver?
Big flick, no, yeah.
Oh, look at that initiation. Very nice, very wide, a little bit wobbly, and just takes it away from 3. He comes down the hill now and nicely tucks it into the whole way round. Clip 5 a little bit shallow on clip 6 as well. It's definitely not as good as his first run.
Snappy transition to 7, and he got out wide like the judges were asking, and he does get out to the wall, so it's a good run. It's a good run, but I don't know if it was better than his first run.
It's definitely not better than his first run. 92.5 in his first run. He's not going to improve on that. It was a solid run, but not one of the high scorers. I believe he will remain in 4th position. Yeah, 79.67.
So yeah, he stays in 4th. I'm sure he's happy with that 92.5 though. Wouldn't you be?
Yes.
Yes,
I would be very happy with a 92.5.
Yes, I would.
Now we have Petrus Theodoros. I'm going to have to check with him how I pronounce that.
Yeah,
but
double check that one.
He's sitting on 0 points at the minute. So a big mistake.
Nice flick along the wall, and he gets out wide. Can he hold it for 3? Just a bit shallow. Still lots of power down into 4. I don't think he lifted at all there.
Look how much smoke this car. It's just putting it on lock and just it's just
driving through it.
Just hammer down and just use the steering to control the car.
That's a good run, just bar a little bit shy on clip 3.
I don't know how much smoke was that car making. It looks good as well. I like the spoiler on that car. It makes it look like a touring car.
Can't beat an E30. E30s are cool cars.
Yeah, a big fan. So, are the judges as big a fan as we are? Let's see. Run 2. Lots of impact in that run.
Yeah.
Loads of smoke. See, it's
Speed,
plenty got lots
everything.
of horsepower. Does this one have 1,000 horsepower? It doesn't say. No.
We'll just assume. Maybe it does.
Let's go for 800. Yes!
Nice. Let's do a high five, Mike.
The judges just coming to a decision. That was his first run, 81.5.
Which puts him in the 19th position.
19th position. Yep. Did he do his first run?
He did his first run, yeah.
Did he?
I'm not sure what happened. I can't remember. I think he maybe did. I think he dropped coming into 4 and 5. He went off down there.
Okay. Craig Mcleod.
With the weird sounding car is leaving the line. Just hear it there, can't you?
Nice flick entry there from Craig Mcleod. He sat on 80 points, and you can really hear the weird sound. It's like a Jetsons car, like I say, as it comes up the hill. But wow, look at the line he's on at the minute.
What a run by
This is
Craig.
really nice from Craig. He comes round the final corner.
Make some noise for Craig. He deserves that there. That was a good run.
That was an absolutely fantastic run from Craig McLeod. He's going to be really happy with that. An improvement on 80 points, I imagine. I think that's going to be in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a score in the 90s. So the judges, don't mark him down just because I said that, judges. That's not fair.
Don't punish him because Mike's guessing.
I know you did that last time. 89. They did it again.
They did it again.
That was exactly the
Sorry,
same.
Craig. That's our fault. 7th position, though. He's going to be happy with that.
Very, very happy with that, and well deserved as well. That was some good driving. That car hasn't got a massive amount of horsepower, but he's making it work. Next up, we have Stuart Adsley.
Stuart's still sitting in first position with 93.50. So
yeah, and he's wild as he comes up the hill and throws it in. Very nice entry. Can he hold it on the line? He does, all the way through clip 3. This is looking fantastic. T-side comes down through clip 4, in through clip 5. This is a really good run by Wee Stu, the local lad. Absolutely fantastic. Can this top qualify?
He already is top qualifier. Can he actually outbeat himself? Maybe he can. That was a good
93.5 on his first run. Can he beat that? I think it might have. That was really good.
Yeah,
they were so worried about the car in the pits, and they've been working on it constantly all weekend since I've got here. The front of the car has been up in the air, and to do 2 runs like that, wow!
All that work paid off.
They must have done something really good. What are the judges? Just say, has he made a mistake? Are there any points that we can deduct?
Will we just ruin the lad's day and give him less just because we can?
First place position. Can he improve on 93.5? Come on, judges. I'm on the edge of my seat here. I want to see. Come on. And what? Why didn't we see?
They're going for a replay.
Go for a replay. Oh, well, we do want to see it again. Comes around the first corner. Look how fast he's going. Not a wheel off. I think they were looking for a wheel off. He definitely isn't. Comes down into 4.
He kept all 4 wheels on, it looks like.
I don't think. Oh, there's.
No, he's on the line.
He's on the line. I don't think there was a wheel off there. I mean, there's very little wrong with that run. Very, very little. I don't think he dropped a wheel. Unless there's a camera position we didn't see. The judges do have some more camera positions that we can't see here at home. 93.5. Can he beat it? Come on. Come on, judges. Let's see.
I think he has.
I think 92.67,
which is still a ridiculously good score.
I know, that's unbelievably good score. I thought he was going to beat his first run. I give it up for Wee Stu, though. 2 fantastic runs. We're going to see some good stuff from him in competition today. I'm very much looking forward to that. Fiona Rush.
Sitting in 32nd position at 70.67.
He's in the danger zone, driver for the Shanahan's drift team. Let's see, can he make an improvement? That is a very nice entry. That is what we expect to see, but still shallow off clip 3. It comes down into clip 4 and clip 5. Struggling to keep that car keep the car going out to clip 3. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether this car's... It's an RB25. I don't think it's massively low on power.
Oh, there is power in that car. Yeah, it's about 550, maybe 600 brake, I'd assume.
I mean, I think you should be able to get the car out there to clip 3 with 500-600 horsepower, especially in the S14. It's not a massive car. 83.33. The judges liking it though, into 16th position, much safer than 32. So he's going to be happy with that. He's definitely in the competition. And up now we have Chrissy Nalin. And that lovely looking.
Such a lovely car.
E92. 2JZ under the bonnet.
So 45.33 in his first run. Needs a big improvement on this one.
Understeer as well for the first corner.
Yeah.
And he's going to run 2-1. No, manages to keep it on the track. Down through clip 4 and clip 5. Flicks it back through clip 7. And then to the wall.
Just a bit of understeer on initiation. Yeah, that's kind of...
I don't know whether he's a bit worried about running wide. I mean, we've seen a few people, a couple of people have some big offs there. Maybe he's a little bit nervous, but 45.33 in his first run. I think that'll be an improvement on his first run.
It should be an improvement, but is it enough to get him up into the top 32?
I am not sure. Let's take a look. 62 puts him in 40th position, unfortunately not going up. And that is Chrissy Nalin out for the day, I'm afraid.
So we're moving on to Ryan Hughes. So Ryan got 70 in his first run. He's in 33rd position. That's definitely where you don't want to be sitting.
Yeah, so a very safe first run, but a little bit too safe. Let's see.
That's more like it.
Yeah, now we're looking like a little bit more aggression. Can we make it out to 3? Does just about make it out to clip 3. Firing down the hill now, loads of aggression, keep on the track, a little bit of a correction there, but only a little one, but makes him shallow on 6, unfortunately. Nice and deep into clip 7, could be a little bit wider around the last corner as he crosses the line. Loads of smoke coming off the back of this car.
Not a bad run now. In fairness, I think it might be a bit more just to improve on his 70. Or is that wishful thinking? What do you think, Mike?
I mean, I am no judge.
I'm no judge.
I think it possibly a slight improvement. I think it's
75 around there is what I'm thinking.
But 73.67
puts him in 30th position. Yeah,
just about in. Are we late enough in the qualifiers? Are we late enough in the qualifiers for that to be enough? Only time will tell. We have Jolene McDonald up next. She was on every single clip, but it was a little bit twitchy, so we just need to see, just calm down a little bit and manage to sew it all together nice and smoothly. It's a very nice initiation and a fantastic line. Jolene's on now on, whoa, just about on the track. She's right on the limit, and she comes down in through clips 4 and clips 5. This is a fantastic run so far. A lot less twitchy, but it looks like it's gripping up on her quite a lot. A little bit shallow on clip 6, comes around the last corner, and not as fast as I expected, but that was a really good run from Jolene McDonald. That is going to improve on 75.67. That very impressive stuff. Very impressive stuff.
It's a much better run than the first one. Wasn't as twitchy, more consistent. She did exactly what she had to do, and I hope the judge reward her.
I think she will be rewarded for that with really good driving. Jolene McDonald has a lot of practice. She does a lot of drift schooling. Yeah. She does a lot of driving there, so she's always behind the wheel of a car, and it shows. 2 runs like that. And a 350Z, it's not the easiest car to drive. No. 89.67 puts her in 9th position. Give it up for Jolene McDonald. That is absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Josh Moore.
So Josh is in 20th position with an 82.67. So what can he do to improve on that?
Well, we shall see. Lots of aggressive. Wow, that was lovely initiation against the wall. Can he hold it all the way out to clip 3? He does. This is a fantastic line so far. Can he hold it on?
Fills that outer zone, keeps going.
gives
to
it.
transition back. He's hit all the clips. He's done as his hands out the window. That's more points, isn't it?
I think it
Should be.
Yeah, just put your hands out the window whilst you're
If you put 2 hands out the window, I'd be more impressed.
50 miles an hour towards a wall. Yes, brilliant idea.
No bother, bud.
I think he will slightly improve on his score. That was another brilliant run by Josh Moore. Very impressive. M50 turbo in here, E36.
Lots of E36s competing here
Lots
today,
of E36s.
Chassis of choice.
92 puts him in 5th place. Wow, ladies and gentlemen,
Well done,
we
Josh.
are seeing
Well done.
some really good scores now. And Tom Van Beek up now.
Played it very safe on his first run.
Yeah, he was very safe, but maybe a little bit too safe. And we can't see his first score.
No, it's not up here for us.
Oh, we see.
Oh,
wow.
there we go. That's exactly
Look
what I
at
was
that.
expecting from him. Out to
There
clip
we
3.
go,
Yeah.
very deep.
Just showing that you don't need all the power to get out there. It's all about line.
What has someone fed him between his first and second run? Because this is much more like the Tom Van Beek we're used to seeing. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, 1.8 litre MX-5 with a turbo on it. That was an absolutely brilliant run, and it wasn't slow.
Yeah.
That was a fast run on point. This is going to a really big score.
So 76.33 in his first run. So yeah, as you say, Mike, I do think
This
it's going
is
to be a big improvement.
This is going to be a big score. I'm excited. 92.
Yes,
Wow.
well done. 6th position. Yep, well done,
So
Tom.
good, so good. I'm a big fan of that little MX-5.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like MX-5.
Turns out we like the unique cars today, don't we?
And this is one of your favourites, the
This is
RX-8.
it, The RX-8, yeah. Another unique car on the
Owen
grid.
Atkinson, 68 points on the board, currently sat in 37th position. Does need to do something to improve on that. A little bit
Just
of
off
a
the
weak
wheel.
entry and a little bit wide there, and it's going to make him shallow on 3. Coming down the hill, not what we wanted to see from Owen Atkinson. He comes through the later part of the track, and still even now not really deep enough into the clipping zone. It's not as deep as we want to see. I'm not sure that's going to be an improvement on his original score, and he's currently sat in 37th position, so that is not a good place for him to be.
Yeah, if he improves, he'd want to be getting a good bit, to try and get him at least into the late 20s. That's kind of a comfortable position to be sitting.
Let's see what the judges say. 68 currently. 72. Is it enough? 33rd.
Do you know what? I'd
position.
rather 34th or 5th, just
Yeah.
not 33rd. That's so harsh.
Owen, I'm sorry. That is your day over, my friend. Up now we have Jack Moyney.
So Jack is sitting outside the top 32. He's 36th position with a 69.33. So yeah, all to be done here, Jack.
Oh, and that's a nice entry, though.
That's
nice
exactly what
entry
you
and a
have to
very
do.
nice line. Can you hold it all the way out to clip 3? Just
Shy of clip
shy of
3.
clip 3. Coming down into clip 4. I had to beat 72.33 to get into the top 32. He's running nice and wide through the second part of the track.
It's a much better line now.
Very
from,
nice.
yeah.
I think he's just struggling with power, just getting out to clip 3, but that unfortunately will hurt your score a lot. Jack Moyney, 69.3. I think there might be an improvement, or whether it's enough.
It's going to be close.
It is going to be
Yeah.
close.
Jack's one of them drivers
if it's
that
33 again, I'm going to cry.
Jack's one of the drivers that if he gets in.
27th.
That'll do.
He's
He
in.
needs that.
27.
He comes alive in battles, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do later on.
Some good news. Right, up now. We have Damien Chopin.
So 60.67 on his first run, so he's sitting in 42nd position at the moment. And he is coming in hot.
Wow, there's
Big
some
angle.
aggression. Look at
Yes.
the line. Is that going to put him on a wrong line? Almost makes it out to 3. But a little bit of a wobble and a reinitiation in between that on that first corner. Comes around the second part of the track now, nice and deep in the rest of the clips, making that
Making the
work.
second part look very easy,
Yeah.
to be fair. He was very fast and fluid through it, so yeah. Just that clip 3 again.
clip tree.
Clip 3.
It's a legacy.
This is a legacy. It's a BDC thing,
It
really, isn't it?
is
It
a
is a
BDC
BDC thing.
60.67, 42nd position. I think he's going to beat that. I think he might just scrape into the top 32. I think he might comfortably do top 32. I think he'll be.
Should.
We don't know.
We're only commentators. We're only guessing.
The judges at 74.67, 30th. He is in.
Scrapes
he is in.
That's good.
And that is all that matters. Up now, we have Igis Vanelga in
44th position. He got a 57.67 on his first run.
and an E46 that we have absolutely no information about at all whatsoever.
Just it's a nice looking car. That's about
it. Does look quite nice though. It powers through the first on a lovely line as well. Much better than his first run if he can hold this together. Don't drop too many wheels. Yes, he holds it all in.
Good,
very, very nice line from Igis. This is going to be a big score, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes across the line. Not as much impact as we've seen before, but vast improvement on his first score. Very, very good run from Igis. That's much more what we're used to seeing from him. I don't know whether that's a borrowed car or I have no idea.
That's sure. After qualifying, we might go and ask.
Yeah, I will. 80 points, 25th position for Igis Vanelga. He's going to be happy with that. Next up, we have Stuart Egdale. Stuart Egdale. He's such a happy man.
He's just so happy to be here.
He's great. Always looks at you with a massive smile on his face, and he's always enjoying himself. Even if he does a massive handbrake entry, but he's still on the right line. He's on a nice line. Going down the hill.
Stu's in 49th position, so he has a bit of work to do.
So first, second, third, where the most points are lost, he absolutely nailed. So
he's not done a bad job. Maybe
this is a really
safe on the entry, but
this is a really good run.
Well done, Stu.
Very good run by Stuart Egdale. Again, I think we could see something up in the 80s. I don't know if
it's going to be a big improvement on the 48 anyways.
I think he's going to be safe in with that. In his commentary info, he says, hopefully I know what I'm doing.
Well, at least he's honest.
Yes, I suppose.
85.67 puts him in the 17th position. He's going to be really happy with that now.
I think I said mid-80s, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Well done, Mike.
See, maybe I should be a judge.
And next up, we've got Danny Mcguire. As we remember, Danny's sitting on the 0.
All right, let's put another wheel on. He knows what happened last time. Hopefully that car is working properly. Let's see. Come on, we know this car can do it, Danny.
Let's go. This time, Danny.
There, we're on a really good line. You see the smoke pouring off the back of it. Shy off of 3. He comes around. I can't even see what he's doing. There is so much smoke. He is driving this in anger, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit shy off the clips, but look at the smoke coming off the back of this car. He comes around the left part of the track. I think he might have been a little bit angry.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how many points that's going to score, but
unfortunately, he missed a lot of clips.
It looked good. It looked good from a spectator point of view, but from an actual driving point of view, I'm not sure that was good enough, Danny. Let's see what the judges think. They want to see a replay.
Let's
have a look. It's a big flick entry right onto angle. Uses the power to try and get out to 3, but doesn't quite manage.
The angle, he used all the lock there to get down the hill, and unfortunately it just pushed him on the inside, which he missed zone 4 and 5.
I think he's missed every single clip.
7, he got 8, So scrappy run from Danny, but all the nerves after his first run, you know.
It started so well as well. I think he was just too angry, and he just mashed the pedal and...
Hold on and see what happens.
Let's see how many points he managed to get. Can he get himself into competition? He did so well at Teesside. Just having some problems. And I think the car's running fine. I think actually Danny's having the problems, I'm afraid. You can't say too many bad things if you've seen the size of Danny Mcguire.
And he's parked right beside where we're based, so he knows where we are. So So unfortunately for Danny, it's a 57, puts him in 46th position. So yeah, that'll be the end of his day.
Very unfortunate. unfortunate. So next up, this is the last qualifying run of the day. We have Dan Tyler sat with 66 points. We know he can do better. We've seen it before in the past.
32. All pressure's on
Let's
Dan.
see what he can do. Nicely against the wall. He's on a good line. Can he get all the way to clip 3? He does. All the way to clip 3 and then down the hill. This is looking better. Can you hold it together? Don't curse it, Michael, please.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Clip 6, a little bit shallow on clip 7, but still, this is looking like a very nice run and quite fast as well.
Fast, steady run, so it should be enough to get a score on the board. And
looks good.
hopefully him into the battle.
Let's see what the final run is. For Dan Tyler. Come on, judges. They love making us wait. They love making us wait.
Why are you doing this to us?
Come on.
It's killing me.
89.33, a massive improvement into 12th place.
Yeah, that keeps his championship fight alive.
Yes,
yeah.
It does. Definitely, most definitely keeps his championship fight alive. We have Josh Payne down with nothing at all. Uncharacteristic from him.
So unfortunately, yeah, these are the guys that be going home.
None of these have made any score at all. We've got top 32, Eric Ladnak sat just about in top 32. Jack Mawini there in 77 points, puts him in 30th position, and Egis Manilga at the last minute, 27th position, scoring 80 points. We've got Dave Mattel, a fantastic run earlier today, 86 points. Richie Gilbert doing very well today. Dan Tyler again, we just mentioned, back into 12th position. Tom Van Beek in that tiny little MX-5 was scoring 92 points. Joining with Josh Moore, also 92 points. Justina Snorkus up there, top 3, 3rd position, 92.67. 2nd position, 93.33 Kev and 1st position with 2 absolutely blinding runs, Wee Stew. And we'll be back at 2:50 for the battles.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
We are Funk Motorsport, your heat management specialists. Based in the UK, we strive for perfection, developing thermal products trusted by professional race teams and drivers worldwide. Performance, protection, reliability.
As a professional drifter, my results depend on numbers. And making all this add up is one product, Lucas Octane Booster. It delivers 3 times the boost and promotes a clean fuel burn that keeps my tires smoking through every turn. which even off the racetrack can be difficult not to do. Depend on Lucas Octane Booster.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.